Tuesday, campaign trail, top of it. Top of it. Let's go. Get right into it, shall we? Current events, current black feed, brown feed, news feed. See a whole lot going on in these YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, X, Facebook streets, these social media streets. Um, just checking in for a second. Make sure these notifications go out. Peace and blessings to everybody. If y'all can see me, I don't know if it's any there you go. Truth Seeker 90, the first one up. Walaikum salam. Ask D, fair common sense. Showtime. Let's get ready to something. Let's get ready to talk. Let's talk. We just talking. That's all we doing. Big guns and music. What's up? What's up? And you got it. I'm anxious to get going. I had a cool little brief conversation earlier with Tariq Nasheed. So I might hop on his live if you don't hop on this one in a little while if we both got time to get it in. But yeah, it's a whole lot to talk about. Black Attack, what up? What up? So I'm taking calls too. Hold on, let me get this little link in. Taking guests immediately. Yo, can we finish our discussion? I don't remember what our discussion was about, but yeah, we can probably finish it depending on what it's about. I don't remember. August night. Salute. Let me put this link in the Chiznat. So I don't really have no definite topic other than current events, just recapping and opening the lines up because of course we're gonna talk about the Luke and Tariq thing. Of course we're gonna talk about that, but I wanted to see what y'all wanted to talk about in the meantime. Nah, Tariq didn't. I already had Tariq number. You know what I'm saying? But I kind of reached out via my homie Gooch, with glasses and my homie Gooch. And Gooch got back at me quicker. So yeah, me and Tariq hollered. And yeah, that's what we're gonna talk about. That's exactly what we're gonna talk about. Or actually I might talk with him on live and I'll let y'all know if he hit me and then I just get off of here and go over to wherever he at, Twitter Spaces or IG or whatever, and I'm gonna tell y'all in real time. We hop over there and y'all will see the festivities. Gooch works fast, yeah. Where you at, Gooch? You wanna hop on this stream with me? Hop on this stream with me, man, and let's pass a few minutes. Let's pass some time for a few minutes till we get into this, till we see what's gonna be what. Yep. Yeah, Gooch came through in the clutch. You know what I'm saying? Gooch the Great. You know what I'm saying? My nickname for him is Gooch Akbar. You know, great, the greatest. You know, Gooch Abdul Akbar. J Max, salute. Out of Maryland, is that Maryland? Via New York, salute. Black Attack, yeah, no, that's part of. If I get on there, he'll send it to me, and I post it. You know, I'm gonna post it. I'm in these YouTube streets now. Me and Kamala, we in these streets. Taraji, Michael Hawkins, what up? What's good? Caliph, it says you. There you go. Hang on a second. Get out your feelings. Gooch is coming. Caliph. I hear you, but you must don't hear me. All right, well, yeah, I'll bring you back on a little later. Yup. Bad Seed Entertainment. Shout out from Long Beach, LBC. Salute. Long Beach in the building. Jamila, assalamu alaikum. Woke up in time. I know that's right. You right on time. You like the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Might not show up when you want, but he always on time. You on time today. Which the great. There
All
you go.
praises, brother Cam. How you doing, brother Cam? How you doing,
I'm good.
everybody?
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I'll be right back.
What's going on, everybody? All praises. I hope everyone is having a wonderful Tuesday. I'm on here with my brother Cam. So hopefully, brother Tariq will be able to stop by and spread some words while we're on. If not,
There he is.
how you doing, brother?
I'm good. Young Abdul Akbar.
Yes,
What's
sir.
good with you?
I'm doing good, brother Muhammad. What's the topic? What we gonna speak on today?
I'm gonna go in a little later on the Tariq and Luther Campbell thing.
Okay.
But yeah, in the meantime, we can kind of talk about that, talk about what you heard or what you saw regarding that, and
Oh,
what's your thoughts on it?
okay. Well, as far as the Luther Campbell thing, I'm kind of disappointed in Uncle Luke because here's a man who um made a living off showing off women in a very provocative way, half naked on stage, and he makes songs like "Pop Your Pee" and "Hey, we want some pee." But all of a sudden, he's a male feminist,
A male
and
feminist.
that's kind of surprising. And I also have documents showing to where just 2 elections ago, he was telling us not to be democratic. He was, saying stay away from the Democrats because they don't have a policy for black people.
Oh
So
yeah.
now all of a sudden he's pro Democrat, vote blue. So maybe, they're in his pocket or something like that. His actions here lately, he sound kind of drunk or, you know, um, intoxicated, allegedly. I don't want to get your channel in trouble,
Oh
but he
no.
didn't sound right.
Yeah. He actually didn't he do an interview with the VP? I'm not here to talk politics, but this is part of why he brought up Minister Farrakhan and
Okay.
Malcolm X's name in defense of defending himself against Tariq calling him
A
what
tether.
tether, right?
Right.
He feels like the word tether is derogatory and all of that, but how many B's and H's have he called our women for the last 40
30
years,
years.
30 years, right? But he tripping on tether like that's a bad word, that's a derogatory term. But
Right.
your whole bread and butter is on calling our women the B word and the H word.
As a matter of fact, Luther Campbell went to the Supreme Court for the right to
Yeah.
say bad stuff.
Well, not for the right to say F the police or F the crooked police.
Right.
He went at the same time. He got caught up in that little sweep with the NWA,
NWA.
IC, you know what I'm saying, the freedom of speech sweep, but freedom of speech to say what exactly? So you fought, he
Pop
acting
the
like he
P.
fought like some
Yeah.
civil rights.
Right. So it's funny, man. It's amazing. And as far as him speaking on the minister and Malcolm X, for him to put himself in that category, I found that was crazy. And to compare Kamala Harris to those people is crazy because the difference between the minister is, he come from a Caribbean background, but he's put his life on the line. He's dedicated his life for black people.
Right. So according to Tariq and everybody else that understands that we can create slang words, so like the word ratchet, that really means a hand tool that's part of a wrench, but we defined it in our slang terms to mean something else. So he used the term tether, right? And he clearly explained what tether means. It means somebody that's not, they're black genetically, but they're not from the descendant of slave experience. So they come over here and benefit off of our blood, sweat, tears, or whatever, and at the same time they undermine us. So that's what he's saying, and everybody that follows him agrees that's the definition of it. So if that term is derogatory, if that's worse than B or H, you know what I mean? That's something we definitely can talk about. But given your body of work, your history, and your body of work, that's the tether of the highest order, right?
Right.
What more undermining can be done to the already fragile and mentally and emotionally destroyed descendants of slave black women and girls of 400 years of slavery, suffering, and destruction.
Yeah.
And you capitalizing off of it, and you saying that Glorilla and Sexy Red and Megan Thee Stallion, all them need to pay you. They need to give you a check
for all things negative.
Yeah, they need to thank you and give you a check for.
Oh, he wants reparations.
Yeah, he wants reparations from them, from us, from our women and girls. Right. Excellent point.
Yeah, he wants hip hop reparations. Okay. All right.
Ratchet rations. He wants
reparations.
Yeah, he wants reparations.
You're on Streamline. Do you have the Streamline where other people can come up as well?
Yeah, StreamYard. Yeah.
StreamYard. I'm not running your show. It's just that you're my brother, so I can get away with certain things.
I just posted it right now.
If there's anybody in the bullpen that would like to come up and talk to me and Brother Cam, please come up, man. Let's have a good conversation.
And in the meantime, hit the like button as you come in, share, you know what I'm saying? You can subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff that they say you're supposed to do, but this is just me and my bro chopping it up as we do. This is actually bow tie and the bad guy, but this is over here on Digital Soapbox.
Yeah. What's up, Steel? How you doing, brother Steel?
Salute to Steel. Yeah. Khalifa, you gotta.
Yo.
There you go.
That's what I'm waiting on.
Man,
how you doing?
Man, I'm good. What's your thoughts, bro?
Man, they definitely in that Luke brother pockets, bro. They definitely in his pocket. I said they definitely in his pockets, man.
Or he in their pockets?
Nah, they in his. Like they paying him to, you know what I'm saying, to put all this propaganda out here, man.
Yeah, that's him being in their pockets. They paying, like you said, they paying him. And I don't know, was I wrong? Was that AI, or was he literally interviewing Kamala Harris? Y'all seen that? Sitting down, just her and him one-on-one?
That one, Kamala.
That wasn't real?
I haven't seen it, so I can't speak on it.
Yeah, I just saw it this evening. It was on somebody's page. I didn't watch it. I was like, because I had it on mute and I was doing something else. I was like, is that real? Is that AI? It looked absolutely real, like recent and real. And that's why he even promoting her like that, because they must have, reached out for him. So if they using his stripperations daughters and nieces, then they probably going after the they want to tap the to endorse it, since he created those as his little girls, the Megan Thee Stallions and all that. That's actually doing that at them conventions.
I was just about to bring that up. For Kamala Harris to be running for such a prestigious office, she's not really using the right black people in the situation. She's going Megan Thee Stallion and Uncle Luke. Like, is that what she thinks of us? That's who we are. We're twerkers and strippers, and
that's how you can tell she's a tether, because she doesn't know who to go to within the black community. She's looking at the mainstream and the commercialized, you know what I'm saying, brothers that's usually put up front to be the image that we are.
Yeah, I beg to differ. I think she knows, and her handlers knows exactly who to choose, and they chose correctly. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. Yeah. I feel what you're saying. And like, yeah, on the deep end, they definitely they intentionally choosing these people.
Yeah. And they control, just the fact that they know what they did with rap and with hip hop, and how they changed that whole
word.
What you call it? landscape. So now everything is drill, everything gangster, everything pill popping, dope, everything is sex, sex, sex,
Mm-hmm.
everything sex.
Mm-hmm.
Since they outnumber us, how you say, Gooch, 2 million by 2 million black women.
Yeah, there's 2 million more black women than black men. There's
Lord
42
have mercy.
million black people in the United States. Uh, and it's 2 million more black women. It's 39 million black men and 41 million black women.
Oh, may Allah help us. They killing us, man.
No,
They-
21 years. Yeah, yeah.
So, and they know that they all of the jobs and the money and the wealth and the emotional spending habits and the emotional pattern, the thought patterns, the behavioral scientist patterns that they got for women, they got their profile. They know all they black women's psychological profile, so they know exactly how to move and manipulate them according to their emotions. So that's why they
yeah.
have the candidates that they have.
Man, it's getting to the point, man, where you can tell they have like a wicked agenda behind Kamala Harris, for them to push this narrative, and then they trying to go so hard to get the blacks votes, but don't have anything tangible to give us for us to have a reason to vote. It's just the fact that they're Democrats, and that's it.
She has no policy whatsoever.
Yes, she
No.
do. She got the twerk policy.
Yeah,
That entertainment is what's tangible to us.
no doubt.
That
No doubt.
box, that wop, that slippery. You know what I'm saying? Them clapping in them cheeks. So that's all the reparations we need.
Right. And I got this saying from Minister Farrakhan and KAM that it's just I just have too much testicular fortitude to vote for her.
He said
I can't
402.
I can't I can't see myself doing that. Like Brother Cam will say, yeah, it's two evils. And I don't think a person should vote for one person just to have the other person not make it.
Mm-hmm.
But if we actually dissect both candidates, Trump did a lot for black people. If you want to admit it or not, he did a lot of things that the average person wouldn't have done. He freed a lot of people that a lot of other people wouldn't have done. It's amazing, and it's another thing. Like when you have the Steve Harveys and all these other celebrities that are trying to be anti-Trump, they were all shaking his hand and hanging out in his hotels and fights not too long ago.
Well, I can't speak on. I'm not here. I can let y'all speak, but I can't speak on no politics or no politician.
Okay, right.
In
Okay, so I
addition,
won't steer too far away, but that's just something to think about. People like, just watch the devils, man. The devils are on the loose, and their horns are up, and that's why Cam is here. Brother Cam is here to educate you guys and have your back, man. This is my brother. This is my spiritual leader. He gave me my name, Gooch Akbar, and I'm thankful for him. Young man, what do you have to say about it?
Man, about what? Just anything in general?
Yeah.
basically, I
Man,
mean, basically what we talking about. Just the same Luke.
Yeah.
The Luke Skywalker subject. I mean, Luther Campbell.
oh man, like I said, man, they definitely got like a wicked agenda that they're trying to get Kamala in office, and it's not going to be pretty, man. And I just want all of us to be like as a unit to be prepared for that, because that's the only way we're going to be able to defend ourselves. If they bringing pressure, man, like
So when you say all of us as a unit, what us are you talking about?
FBAs, because I want that FBA thing, that foundational Black American. I love that concept. Like I love that. Like
So you agree with the concept of reparations, which none of those candidates is talking about, right?
yeah, I'm definitely all for reparations. Um, like I was telling you, you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely all for that. Being as though my background with the
Right.
American Indian and all of that thing. So it's like I want that. I want that for us. But I also want protection for us. I want us to start defending ourselves, man, like against these police officers. That's my biggest thing that I'm doing where I'm at out here in Alabama. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
it's wicked out here, man. You know what I'm saying? It's the wicked everywhere. I'm from North. I'm from
Right.
Jersey. But like down here, it's like they not hit. They not hit. You know what I'm saying? Our people not hit out here. And
So
they,
Yeah,
what
I'll
do
they
be
what do
on
you
Broad
think that
Street and Market tomorrow if you're in Newark.
Huh?
I'll be on Broad Street and Market tomorrow if you're in Newark.
Nah, I'm from North. I'm in Alabama. I'm in Birmingham now though. But
Okay.
damn, you going to Broader Market? That's downtown, man.
Yeah, yeah, brother.
That's the heart. That's
Okay,
the
so when
heart
you
of
say
it.
protect ourselves, I don't think black men have a problem with protecting things because we don't have a problem shooting at each other. We have to change the mindset and turn the
We
gun
got to
in another
change the
direction.
target. We got to change the target because we sit there in that music video that you made on Cam with Big Git, man.
Oh
That
yeah,
I made an exact song just like that, bro.
right.
Like people like got their cell phones out recording somebody getting their ass whooped by like two police officers, and there's 30 people standing right there. That don't make no sense.
Right.
That that right there is that right there pisses me off, yo. That's what I'm trying to enforce out here. I'm trying to get like, and then they got their right to carry concealed out here. So I'm trying to utilize that right out here for the good, because they killing each other left and right out here in Birmingham
Yeah.
every single day.
Yeah. I mean, that ain't nothing new. Sadly, that ain't nothing new. Salute to my bro, Big Boss Claus, keep Claus.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's unfortunately that's our lifestyle. Deletions or whatever is what we familiar with, and
Yeah.
that's part of the reality that we live as descendants of slaves of 400 something years in America. And
Hmm.
that's why we need to be able to be identified, because the water keep getting muddied, and it keep
Hmm.
getting cloudy about who exactly is due reparations. Like everybody want to be one. We want to be one people when it's time for reparations or some type of
Yeah.
benefits.
Yeah.
But when it ain't that, everybody identifies and pulls back and keeps their own little tribal identity. I'm this, I'm Haitian, I'm Jamaican, I'm such and such, you know what I'm saying? And whatever little benefits that they get from not, they don't include us in it.
And
So
again, I believe it's because of the identity crisis that we have as a people. Like how many times they reclassified us since we've been in this country. You know what I'm saying? No, well,
but they
since
can
they
do that because
colonized.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They can do that because they know we in the worst mental condition. So even
Word
our
is born.
own people come over here and exploit us.
Word is born.
You know what I'm
Word is
saying? So
born.
that's why we gotta fight for, like what uh Tariq and them is talking about, for foundational Black Americans or American descendants of slaves or whatever. That's
That
cool,
found
but that's political. Political ain't gonna get it. It's not gonna go deep enough. It's really a spiritual thing, and I ain't gonna go into that right now. But you got to go into the God subject and the devil subject, because we can say devils, but then we don't want to say who God is and how we supposed to act according to that. So
yeah. Hey yo, no, that FBA thing, that foundational Black American, that acronym, ooh, don't tethers, man. They do not like that, man. And I was arguing with a Dominican the other day about that. He was like, "Yeah, I like Black Americans, but I don't like foundational Black Americans." And I'm like, "What you mean? You got a problem with the word foundational? Why you have a problem with the word foundational in front of the word Black Americans?" And he couldn't give me an answer. So it's like they don't like the fact that we have like something to gravitate towards too. That's a positive um classification that we have like suddenly right now. They don't like that we carrying that.
because it has to do with ownership. It has
Exactly.
to do with ownership. That's the only thing. That's where we weak at, because we don't have nothing that we can call our own. And then
Hmm.
once we start getting together and putting our foot down and demanding and identifying what is our own and who we are, who the our is that is old this or whatever, then that's what they seem to have a problem with. But according to, like I said, it's not political. According to spiritual prophecy, scriptural prophecy, and all of that, there is a chosen people specifically identified by the slavery that we went through. And
Hmm.
this enemy who clearly are of the devil and did satanic, devilish, the worst treatment in the annals of human history to us for 400 years. They identified us specifically, and we went through, the hells that we went through specifically. So we have to also be healed and chosen and given whatever reparations or benefits or favors from whoever the God is. We can see these as who the devils that did this to us. But so
Yeah.
whoever now the God is that's expected to come save us and avenge us, you can't mix in with us and think you can finesse some of these benefits. You know what I mean? So that has to be identified spiritually, not just politically or whatever on some paperwork.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah, man.
that's what they did. That's why the state of Israel got what it got. That's not just political, even though we know that's all cap. But they used the spiritual prophecy. They use God subjects and the suffering according to scripture and Abraham's promise. They use that. And we're the actual genuine articles of that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So if we talk about fighting and for this or for that, on the surface, it that don't move us enough. It got to be something so rooted that it's bigger than money, it's bigger than whatever our little surface motivations is. You got to be willing to actually give up the ghost for this. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people, if you ain't really real about this, you just want to check. You just want some benefits. But those of us that actually bled and cried and sweated and died for this, we ain't got nothing to lose.
And no, and my bad, brother.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, and a lot of those people that's coming over here, man, to this to the United States, they're bashing us for what we are, the current state that we're in now, and like what you just said, they don't understand the suffering and the things that we've been through in the last 300-400 years, so they can't really, relate to what our struggle is today, you know.
Right. They can relate. They just choose not to. They can relate because everybody knows justice. Everybody knows if you walking down Skid Row or you walking down some homeless under the freeway or something like that, you can relate if you wanted to. If you could sit down on the curb with them and find out what their story is, you can listen to them. You can be concerned about them. You know what I'm saying? But they don't choose to come here and do that. They choose to see, oh, you still got a little blood left. Let me vampire and suck the last little blood about you.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, it's crazy, man. I was living out there in Omaha, Nebraska, bro, and it's a big Sudanese and Somali community out there because they're bringing out the refugees out there to Omaha, a
Right.
lot of them, and it's like projects buildings full of them. But anyway, I'm saying that to say this. I was talking to a Sudanese cat, and he was talking to me, man, and he was saying like when he was younger, before he got over here, it was a group of white men from the United States that came over there, talked to his parents, was explaining to him when they get over here what they're gonna have, what they're gonna be expecting, and they vividly explained to them about Black Americans, and he said that they tell them to stay away from us, and they send them, they show them images and videos of us like robbing people, robbing each other,
Right.
shooting and killing each other. They show them this before they get over here, like
Yeah.
warning them not to either even intermingle with us. He told me this out of his mouth. And
Yeah.
the Somalian brothers,
They'll all tell you that.
yeah,
You know what I'm
word
saying?
up.
But that's what I'm saying. That a lot of them is heavy into Christianity and they believe in white Jesus and they into that. So they
Yeah,
they don't know the enemy. That's what makes us unique. That's what makes us chosen because we those of us that have woke up. And even those
yeah,
that haven't woke up, if you still ratchet in the street, you still gonna say these people is devils. You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah,
you've been in their belly, you've been in their system, or you've been abused by them or whatnot. So even the dumbest of us still gonna say they devils. You know what I'm saying? But around the world, they like, no, that's Jesus. That's they the people of God. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
You know, so
And you expect those Somalis to know, man, because they got a deep history and they fought the battalions off. So you would think that like they didn't know what's up to coming over here, knowing what we've been through. Majority of them Muslim. So
yeah,
you would think I was praying with them in the masjid out there. They mad racist, bro.
yeah.
Mad
But that's
racist.
what I'm saying. They don't know the identity of God, just like they don't know the identity of the devil. If you've been taught by them, you know what I'm saying, like we've been deceived for the last 6,000 years, that identity of God and devil been hidden. And that's why I'm saying that's the subject. We're not going to get nowhere. It's not going to go deep enough into our hearts for us to want to ride if it's just about money. It's just about a reparations check, or it's just about a little bit of land or whatever. We're not mad enough, or we don't got enough faith to do what it takes if we're just on that surface.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, like the Somalis or whatever, like you were saying, you would think they would know better, but they also know it's a game, and the way you play in college, you're gonna play a little different in the pros. Where they live is college. Coming over here is the pros, so they have to put it on a little better. You know what I mean? They know this is the Super Bowl of life. They're dependent upon this. They can come over here and support their family from here.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a little different, man. It's an act, it's a game. So they know what they're doing. It's all by design.
And it's warfare, like, you know what I'm saying? And the same people that impoverished us and destroyed us, they also impoverished the whole world, you know, third world, Africa, all of them. So they coming over here looking for a better life. So they ain't even got the will or the energy or the whatever to help us, because they feel like, you know, we trying to survive our own self. So too bad, little brothers and sisters of 400 years, but you know, I ain't come over here for that. I ain't come over here to help y'all. I came over here to help me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Y'all didn't choose. Y'all didn't get to choose to come over here. Y'all got, brought over here, but we chose. And then by design, these administrations now are intentionally giving the immigrants, or so-called illegal immigrants, they're giving them loans, they're giving them housing, they're giving them all the stuff that they never gave us, because they're trying to get us to clash with them. It's the whole thing is to try to get as many of the masses, especially of us, to cancel each other out while they sit back. You know what I'm saying? Like they always do. They'll create the wars. They'll fund this side and fund that side, create the wars, create the scarcity, create the famine or whatever, and have us cancel each other out. Right. You know, and then when the dust settled, then they laugh and come take everything that's left. That's their pattern.
Right. If you ever want to see our foreign people, especially our foreign brothers and sisters that hate us the most, hopefully you guys don't ever have to do this, but I've been in the hospital lately. Pay attention to the people like from Africa and other places and Haiti that are janitors in the hospital. Mm-hmm. Just because they have on scrubs, they'll look at you like they the doctor. They'll look at you just have on scrubs, man. You're a janitor, my man. But they're the way they come at you as if they're really a doctor. They can't stand this.
Right.
Yeah, they can't. Oh my God, they can't stand it.
Well, nobody can. Nobody can. Like that's why we call the despised and the rejected. You know, we the stone that all of the builders rejected, the unwanted. You know, like Uncle Luke. You know, how he taught his little nieces and nephews, his little students, the little twerker female students that's now saying we're the most disrespected and unprotected, you know, like where did you learn your value of self-respect from? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like the subject. I want to steer back to that subject.
To Brother Luke?
To Brother Luke. And
did you drop the link? Miss 702 needs the link.
No, only link I got right now is the StreamYard link. I don't have a maybe I can do it over here. But I'm listening though. Y'all can.
Okay, let me see. Maybe I read it wrong. Let me see.
See, this is my first time hearing about Uncle Luke, so I don't know much about it.
I don't know if Cam can play the audio, but it's something you need to hear, man. It's amazing, and you're probably gonna look at him a little bit different.
Yeah, it's you don't know, like at the end of the world, it says the wheat and the weeds would be separated, for a season that you're supposed to let them grow together, and the weeds will eventually be choking out the wheat. But once they get to a certain stage or age, then we'll be able to go pluck them up. And people are identifying themselves. I never knew that Luke was from Jamaica or whatever, until this subject came and made that necessary distinction, or that, which is causing a necessary division. Some divisions and separations is absolutely necessary.
Yeah.
Because we don't, you're not do what I'm do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you're trying to benefit and everybody can benefit, come on, man, they're giving out reparations. All you got to do is be,
Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah. So that's why I'm with that movement. I'm with the reparations movement, even though I know it's not going to work. I know it's not going to work. This administration will never get reparations according to this system. Reparations is coming in the form of curses and plagues and the collapse of this empire from divine sources. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It ain't gonna happen from no politics, not whatsoever.
Damn, man, it hurts, man, because the people that actually deserve it, that actually has the lineage to the freedmen, like really deserve that, man. And for like all of these other, what I'm saying, so-called blacks to try to attach themselves to that lineage because of the color of their skin and how long they lived here. It's like it's almost unfair, and it's like they should be like it's unfair, and it's like disrespectful, man.
Yes, it's all of that, especially if your whole career has been in degrading and degenerating and disrespecting our people in the first place. And then once you get salute, Adolphus, salute, I got your cash app, thank you. So, but especially once you get called out and then you try to invoke righteous people's names, Farrakhan and Malcolm X, like they got a whole history of teaching us that we're the chosen people of God. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Your whole history is calling us bees and hoes and saying that they, that they need to pay you and they owe you a check. And so that should never came out of his mouth, but it should have came out of his mouth because it's time. It's time for, people to say who they really are. So we can identify them and get them out of the way here. You go over there, you separate, it's time for separation. It's not time for us to all be together. That's been the problem. The whole be together, integration, whole movement, thinking that we're gonna be, voting our way to freedom and shit. Like, nah. Everybody that believe that need to go on and stay all the way over there.
Yeah, man. Like you gotta, it's gonna be a wicked ending, man. Definitely according to most honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Right. And every individual has to die. So, when you say it's a wicked ending, that's all we know that already. As black males, all of our lifespan ends wickedly. Like that's nothing. Like we can't, that ain't nothing that we afraid of. Like, well, man, it's gonna be a bad world going in. Like I'm already dead. I don't care about the world going in. Like my world already ended. My homie's world, my family members' world already ended. Armageddon already happened. Like so, all them scary. That's what I'm not saying that you taking it like that, Khalifa, but so many of us is scared to die or scared of this or scared of that. We already in hell, bro. Like we already in hell. We already mentally dead.
Exactly.
Where are you calling from, brother?
I'm calling from Birmingham, Alabama, currently.
Okay.
Yeah, Birmingham, man. All this history out here. You would think they'd be hip to all of this, man. And the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said, before the rise of the black man, the South is gonna rise. That when the South rise, that's when it's gonna really start to
and
begin.
it's rising. It's just it's not gonna be televised.
Right.
It's not gonna be televised. The more they see it rising, the more they're gonna throw Glorilla and Sexy Red in your face and make you think that it's not.
Yeah.
It's a flood of propaganda. They're gonna flood the airwaves to make you think that it's not going down like that. They're not going to tell you that the dollar is collapsing. They're not going to tell you that, the economy is bankrupt. They're not going to tell you that, that Sleepy Creepy Joe being checked out or something. They're not gonna tell you the truth.
No.
They got to keep they scam up.
Yeah. Cold game, man. Cold game. Cold game. I was watching a friend of ours, Cam, brother Tyrese, and he brought up something that was very interesting. Even they've taken R&B away from us. It's hard to shoot at your brother or your sister when you're listening to R&B, good R&B. You want to love somebody. You don't.
Right.
It's no R&B now. Like, you know what I mean? Like everything. And if you do have some R&B, it's basically the same lyrics to a rap song.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it's soft prawn. It's soft prawn.
Right. And then they said, well, let's take their beautiful voices out of it and let's do auto tune so everybody sounds alike.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
it's weird, man. It's weird, man. So
No more Whitney Houston's, man.
nah, it's I don't know, man. It's just so
But
weird.
it's just not going to be promoted by this enemy's media. It ain't no shortage of conscious rappers. It ain't no shortage of gospel singers or R&B love singers or whatever. But you got to go through their machine if you want to get famous or you want to get paid.
That's right.
So that's called cancel culture, or that's called, contamination culture. They're gonna contaminate you. You can't slide through clean. You're gonna have to go through the dirty casting couch or the dirty, camcorder or whatever, get you recorded on one of these parties or something.
Right.
Can't let you slide through clean.
That they gotta have something on you.
Yeah.
Got to.
So everybody understand that there's no such thing as a private phone call. There's no such thing as a private conversation. The enemies I'm talking about the wicked enemies that, control these devices, that monitor all these devices. They listening to everything. So if you're doing dirt or you creeping or whatever you're doing, they know about it, and they will use that to destabilize your relationships or destabilize your career, or white mail you, because I ain't gonna say black mail. They'll white mail you with whatever they got on you.
White mail. They definitely will do that.
Yeah.
That's what all that dirt is for in the beginning, so they can use it against you.
Yeah, and it's under the guise of partying and fun and entertainment, and you made it. Let's celebrate. They gonna catch you in the celebration. The bear trap is in the celebrations. The bear trap is in the parties. Is in the, you made it. I got signed, or I got my I got drafted to the league or whatever the party celebration is. After you get your little paper or whatever, that's where they're gonna get you. That's where the Me Too little female is gonna be at. That's where the transmissions, the little, the presto change your gender people gonna be at. Like it's all in them circles where you think you made it at.
Yeah.
That's where they catch you. That's where the traps is at, where you made it at.
Well, let me say this, man. I love you, brother Cam, and I'm not gonna hold up too much time because there's so many other people who need to get up here. If you're watching, please, when he puts the link out, come up here, because it makes it so much better to hear voices from everybody. We're all family. We need to hear each other's voices. We need to know each other's feelings. So make sure you come in and take care of brother Cam. Hold on, y'all.
Yeah, hit the like button if y'all don't mind. Hit the like button, share, subscribe to my other little page, the Campaign Trail. But yeah, we just here, we just chopping it. I'm waiting on I don't know if it was gonna happen, because I know he said he had to get out of town in the morning. But as soon as bro Tariq Nasheed hit me, because I talked to him earlier, and I told him I'll hop on his live so we can kind of go over some things with me being present, me as a witness representing, a seasoned member of the Nation of Islam and a seasoned pioneer of the rap game. Since this is my lane. You know what I'm saying? I heard how he got at Reza, young brother Reza Islam. Well, I'm not young, and I'm in the same game that he been in, and I'm holding, I got a track record of holding my peers, especially of my age group in the rap game, accountable. So I'm the guy that you really need to holler at. You know what I'm saying? I want to see how that go. I mean, I won't allow no cussing. You start cussing at me or whatever, then we don't need to talk about nothing. We don't need to talk. You know what I mean? But you brought up our leader. You brought up some righteous people. You know, and you know your track record or whatever you brought them up for to justify or trying to push some voting candidate that probably paid you or whatever. Like we ain't in the voting. That's why I posted up Malcolm X and you know his history and his clear track record about what he said about voting and about the Democrats and the liberals and how you know they use our own celebrities and preachers or whatever as enchanters, as little magicians, pacifiers to keep us quiet so we don't get riled up while they getting paid on our behalf to keep us quiet, to herd us over here into the you know these little voting booths. You know what I mean? But then you want to claim this is your leader. You first one you want name you want to bring up is Farrakhan and Malcolm X, and them the main ones that is telling you who the real enemy is, and you don't trust none of this voting is all BS. Why would you bring their name up? Because it's time. It's time for people like that to be exposed and expose their own hand, knowing the damage that you did to our girls. That's already worthy of you know whatever. But it's good that it's coming out. You know, everything is going to be exposed today. So I just want to be present as a witness.
That's crazy, man. Yeah, it's definitely time for these clowns to get exposed so they could be extracted out of our community, man. Because they definitely make us look bad, man.
Yeah, I mean, but you know, it is what it is. It's all love. It's all love for the real ones. And you know, everybody can be redeemed if they choose to be. But you know, I ain't heard no apology. I ain't heard no atonement. I ain't heard no remorse. I heard you need to be grateful to me. I'm Uncle such and such. I started this ratchet ish, and just the mother effing thanks I get little effers. He call them little effers. You know what I'm saying? Like damn. So you don't want to be called a tether, but you didn't call my little sisters descendant of slaves that's already destroyed for the last 400 years. You quick to call them B's and H's and little this and little that. How you gonna come from somewhere else and help contaminate, help destroy my little sisters,
Okay.
my daughters?
Man, they gotta something gotta be done with these tethers, man.
I mean, it ain't got to be the tethers. It could be people from descendant of slaves gonna get it too. It ain't just tethers. Like I ain't got no issue with tethers. I got an issue with whoever doing it. Whoever doing it. But if you trying to claim us and then you bringing up the real freedom fighters and the real soldiers and warriors that gave their life for this, you ain't gonna do that with this organization. You're not gonna do that with this nation.
Yeah, man. I heard he was kind of being disrespectful and towards RZA, man.
Yeah, I heard it with my own ears. So that
Wow,
plus,
I ain't damn.
yeah, that plus what I heard for the last 30 years with my own ears. See what I'm saying? So that's one of the reasons why certain mercies and graces was even given, because the wheat and the weeds look alike. They look alike into a certain season, and you start seeing the clear difference. Oh, okay, go pluck them up then. Go pluck
Yes.
them up, bind them up. You know what I'm saying, and toss them into the fire. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
But yeah,
definitely.
anybody want to hop on here with me? Y'all welcome to hop on here and give me y'all's thoughts. I'm welcoming that. We just kicking it. We just keeping each other company like we always do. Tuesday Night Live, Campaign Trail with Brother Gooch and Brother Khalifa.
Man, I'm definitely with that FBA movement, man.
Yeah. And it like I said, don't expect that is going to happen politically. We should be with it, you know what I mean? But it's not going to happen politically. It's already written how it's going to happen. It's not going to happen because of politics. It's going to happen because of plagues and curses. Plagues and curses, the same things that, just like the gang truce in LA, the Bloods and the Crips, what brought about that unity. Them dry bones in the valley was just rattling and rattling, but it took something to bring them together and stand up together in unity as an army. And what it
That's
took
right.
was the enemy doing us worse than we was doing each other. That's what it's going to take. So if you're wondering when it's going to happen, when they let all the way loose on us like they nature wants to do, and that can be any day now, then it's going to be so terrible on us. They're going to let loose on us so terribly that it's going to force us to unite. All this little division stuff we talking about is going to be irrelevant. Same way they did when they was rounding us up 470 years ago. They didn't ask, what tribe you from? Are you Christian? Are you Muslim? Are you Haitian? And like, no, we identified you as being this. Get that ninja. catch that ninja. And then once we got over here, after a few hundred years, they established what's called the police force, the slave patrol. That's why the police was even established.
Exactly.
Get that ninja again. Catch them ninjas that's trying to escape.
And it was majority of the Irish. That's why there's a heavy Irish presence in the police department today. It was majority of the Irish that was the slave catchers.
Well, Irish is just Ireland. That's the same person. They're the same people. Just because you live in Ireland or Poland or Europe or Britain or whatever, it's the same people. There's no difference. See what I'm saying? You're a Jerseyan. I'm a Californian. That
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It don't matter where you live.
But word up, man. Hey. Are you like with that out of Africa theory thing? Like you believe like all of us like came from Africa, like on the slave ship in the 1600s?
Oh, absolutely not. No, some of us was here, but that's another that's another aspect of identifying exactly who the specific tribe is that is mentioned in
Right.
scripture. So if it's any of us that's here already,
Mm-hmm.
that don't even fulfill being brought overseas into a strange land that's not our own. So that, like I said, that narrows it down and makes it specific about who this specific people is. You know what I mean? So those of us that was already here, of course, we still are children of the promise, because the same thing happened. We got conquered and still put through that same slavery. Those of us that got put through slavery, but because
Exactly.
they brought over here into a strange land,
Mm-hmm.
they specific about that. But either way, I mean, we knew who was here. We knew that our indigenous family was here. You know what I mean? So they got destroyed in a certain kind of way, but they knew so much about their original identity and the land and all that, they wouldn't allow themselves to be enslaved. They would just fight or just would die or starve themselves out. They just wouldn't allow themselves, according to their own knowledge and culture of themselves. They just wasn't with that part. So they tried to do the same thing and cut the children's hair and isolate them and raise them separately or whatever, but they was too close to the land. They was too close attached to the knowledge of themselves and their language in the land, that it didn't work like that. They just got depressed and became, like you said, alcoholics or whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
they didn't really lose the knowledge of themselves like that. They just lost faith.
Are you familiar with ODB from the Wu-Tang, like his family history? How like his great grandfather or great great grandfather was like um Shinnecock Indian. He's the one who sold Manhattan to the English colonizers.
Yeah, I didn't know that. And personally, I don't, I don't really get into the tribal thing because that's the same problem as we talking about. I'm from Nigeria. I'm Kenyan. I'm Ghanaian. I'm such and such. You know what I'm saying? So if we over here with the I'm Cherokee, I'm Apache, I'm this and that, and we're not seeing ourselves as one nation, we more proud of our individual tribe and we identify ourselves as tribes. That's the same Willie Lynch problem. That's the same problem.
You don't think there was tribes before Willie Lynch?
No, it was tribes. That's how we got exploited. That's how we got exploited. So if we've been living under the influence of this devil people for 6,000 years, 6,000 years. So within 6,000 years sphere of their influence, that's what created that type of tribalism to where it got bloody. Whatever tribalism that we expressed or whatever prior to that, it wasn't about don't cross into my territory, I'm gonna take your life and all that type of stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah. It was a different type of tribalism. It was no doubt. Hell yeah. Yes,
we got infected, mentally infected by the same people that made us Bloods and Crips and GDs and BDs and all of that. So now all of us been infected by this skunk.
Yeah, that's deep. That gang culture thing is deep too. Me and my cousin gonna do a podcast episode about that inshallah on this weekend. But we did a lot of research and we found a lot, man, about how like the Bloods and Crips, how like that was something like thousands of years ago in the Americas. Like the American Indians had like the same exact thing going on, like what's going on like with the Bloods and Crips. And there was even an American Indian tribe called the Bloods. It was a Blackfoot tribe called the Bloods, and they wore red and they had enemies. And there was also an American Indian tribe and within the Caribbeans and North South America, and they were called the Caribs, Caribs. But it sounds so familiar to Carib or Carib.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's crazy how like they had these tribes thousands of years ago.
Ain't nothing new under the sun. History just repeats itself.
Word up, man. That bugged me out, man. So I had wanted to speak about that. So I'm definitely gonna put something together and put that out Friday, inshallah, man.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Let me see who else want to get on here, big bro.
Yeah. I'm about to go help wifey out, man. You know, I told you I got 7 kids and they driving her crazy out there, so I'm gonna head out, man. But I appreciate you for letting me join again, man.
Man, always a blessing and a pleasure, bro. So you know you got VIP with me.
Thank you, man. Assalamu alaikum, Aki.
Alaikum salam. What up, chat? Let me talk to the chat. Yeah. So I really want to, I want to speak with Luke. I want Luke and I to be able to speak, and it can be private. It can be private because publicly it's just going to be an ego contest. I already know what that is, but since he already pushed certain things out there, publicly, and said certain things out there publicly about Reza, you know what I'm saying, which is our brother, a citizen of our nation. But I know it won't be productive if it's public. You know what I mean? So it could be content, it could be entertainment, it could be a showdown. You know what I'm saying? It ain't physical, but it can definitely be some verbal fade. But I don't participate in the shouting matches and the cussing. You cussing at me or whatever, then we ain't got nothing to talk about. So if he cussed at Reza, then I'm sure you would cuss at me. So there's really no need. It's just about doing what I'm doing right now, just getting on and speaking about it, inviting to speak with him. I spoke with Tariq earlier, and I'm inviting, reaching out to see if Luke wants to speak with me. Then he might be like, who are you? What you got to do with it? I mean, I ain't nobody. You ain't gotta accept it. But I got a little voice, so I toot my little horn from where I'm at, and we see how it go. Right. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. So yeah, everybody ain't meant to be together. You know what I'm saying? Every brother ain't a brother, like Chuck D said once upon a time. So you don't know who's who until enough time goes by, and people get put in the right situations or the right opportunities look like they present themselves, and you're gonna see if there's some Judases among us. Of course there are. Of course there are. But if you already saw what the track record is, if you already see what a person's track record is, then that's not surprising. That's why I be on my rap peers' head. I be on their neck. That's why I be on it. Like, all I'm doing is talking. But like I said, if the word tether is that painful, if that's that derogatory, why would that be so painful than the word B and HOE 304 and all the other trash words that you've been calling our descendant of slave sisters, and not just calling them, but parading them out there? How much worse is that? Third Eye, salute. Third Eye TV, I see that. Got your cash app, man. Thank you. How much worse is what Luke has been saying to our little daughters and our little sisters, and promoting and parading them? You know what I mean? Ain't that a scourge? Is that not a scourge? Is that not a pariah? Is that not a skunk? And I ain't heard no remorse. I ain't heard no apology. No, I'm seeing some double down. Like, y'all need to pay me. Y'all need to thank me, your uncle, for turning y'all out. So from what I understand, rest in peace, brother Marquise from Two Live Crew. They wasn't on good terms, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I'm just saying based on what he posted. He posted before he passed. He expressed himself because that started or he's started this thing in LA. Brother Marquise, rest in peace, may Allah be pleased. I believe Rodney O, Rodney O and Joe Cooley. I think Rodney O is who put him on before he ever got with Luke. I could be wrong, but if I'm not mistaken, I'm 55 years old. All of them is my peer groups. I wasn't familiar with him. I was familiar with, a lot of his artists on his label at that time, but yeah. So we know the damage that did. So if I'm gonna be on NWA, I ain't gonna be on you. If I'm gonna be on Q and Too Short and whoever else, Sugar Free, I ain't gonna be on you. And salute Sugar Free. That's my bro. But they know what it is. They know what it is. That's why I don't go where I ain't wanted. They don't want me around. These people don't want me around. Nobody calls me to, Mr. Peace Treaty, the most important, peaceful, dynamic, epic rap record in the West Coast history. They don't want me around. They don't want that being promoted. I'm not dead. I ain't burnt out looking, you know what I'm saying? So I don't go where I ain't wanted. Gregory Red, thank you, Big Greg. I got your cash app. I see you. Man, appreciate you. So I don't go where I'm not wanted. I'll stay right here in my own little environment, take my own atmosphere with me. You know what I'm saying? Maintain my own controlled atmosphere environment. Maintain and enforce my own laws and rules of conduct or rules of conversation. I can hang up on anybody, and just like anybody can unfollow or unsubscribe. That's just how I go. If what I'm saying and what I post or whatever is not of value to you, then you wasting your time over here with me anyway. You got to be raw and uncut. I'm not a guy that caters to feelings. I'm not a brother that caters to emotions and feelings. I cater to warfare, raw, uncut truth. Raw, uncut truth. Don't beat around the bush with me. Don't pander me. Don't humor me. Don't try to think you finessing me. Say what you really think. Say what you really feel directly to me. Don't act like you believe in what I believe in, and when you know you really don't. And even if you disagree with me, I still be saying, shout out your business. How can we support your business? I don't agree with you on nothing, but you own here, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna make you get some benefit out of it, even if we don't agree. Let me help you get some money or something. How can we support you? So somebody gonna agree with you. I don't agree with you. Somebody else will agree with you. So let me prove my character by showing you that I'm not no hater or no blocker or no gatekeeper, even on my little platform. Let me help you get some little bread. Because I'm going to get some bread off of you. If you're on the live with me, I'm going to get some bread off of you. So I may as well help you get some bread off of me. We don't have to agree on nothing else. You know what I'm saying? That's manhood business. That's just manhood business. So that's what I'm here for. Big TY, 30-year anniversary of Made in America. Yup. 32 or 33 years of Never Again, the Never Again album. Monique Hill, I see you. Noble Genius, salute. Glad to see you out here in these YouTube streets. Last time I had seen you, heard from you was we was disputing on Dr. Tisa's page about Christ. Oh man, damn. Salute. Yeah. All love, all respect. But somebody got to do it, man. Like, somebody that's not starstruck, somebody that already been to Emerald City and the Wizard of Oz and pulled the curtain back already and seen it. It was all BS. A lot of my youngsters, young sisters, young brothers, whatever, whether they're in the nation or not, they might not have seen that yet. They might think that it's a better destination when you get there. I already been there and back several times, so I don't waste no more time with it. I'm here to tear it down. I'm here to expose it and tear it down. I don't need no friends. If you're not, if you're not with that program, you believe in voting and all of that, then you do that. You can do that. I'm here to tell you what Malcolm told you, what his teacher Elijah Muhammad told him, what Farrakhan has told us, that everybody has proved to you. I don't, know why you think voting will work or whatever you think you're gonna get from it. To me personally, that kind of proves, a lack of faith in your God, unless you think your God is, white Jesus or the God that they gave you. But the Bible, according to the Bible, we're supposed to separate. It's supposed to be an exodus. We're not supposed to vote for Pharaoh or vote into Pharaoh's system that we just was enslaved in for the last 400 some years. So if you're claiming to be a Christian and that's your solution, then, the book say many people that day was going to be talking about, Lord, Lord, haven't I done all this in your name? And haven't I wore my cross? And haven't I, like, I don't know you. Away from me, you workers of iniquity. I don't know you. I know you not. Be gone. You're not finessing God and his angels. You know what I'm saying? So I'm terrified of them. Terrified of the real God, the real Christ and his angels. They not here to play. They don't love everybody. So they don't love everybody. Have you not read the book of Revelations? They don't love everybody. In fact, they don't love the majority of people on the planet. The majority of the 8 billion people on the planet, they don't love. So, yeah, I didn't write it. Don't get mad at me because I know how to read and I know how to remember it. I remember verses and stuff for a living. So certain scriptures I can't forget. I can't get out of my head as much as I might want to. So when I hear people lying about it or ignoring it or saying the wrong words, like, no, that don't say that. I'm a rapper. I got rap verse brains. Like that, it don't say that. It literally says this. I memorize shit for a living for the last 35 years. Verses, you know what I'm saying? Verses for it, so. Daniel Winston, you either vote for the mumps or for the measles, man. And I don't know why they believe that. It's a thing called abstain. I vote to not vote. I vote to abstain, to withhold my vote. I vote for not voting. I'm proving that I don't believe in this. Why should I? So why would I even entertain what they out there entertaining? And why would I let people that have influence that's from the same field as I'm from, rap or hip hop, why would I sit back and be quiet and let them continue to deceive my people, especially if you're the ones that help contaminate my people's mind? Why would I sit back and be quiet? Well, now you just think about that. Why would somebody like me that's the only one that I know from the NOI that that's been in place and that has this kind of relationships and influence and effects on our culture and on the rappers that that was in my age and younger? Why would I be quiet when I never was quiet before? Why would I not make war with the beast or with the minions like I've been making war with the beast for the last 30-something years? Why would why would they expect that? So that's why I'm not wanted. I don't go where I'm not wanted. They don't want me until their life is in danger. They don't call me. They don't know us until they're in trouble. That's how you know you closer to God. The closer and closer you get to God or to being a God, then they start treating you like one. We don't pray to God. We don't call on God until we're in trouble, in serious trouble. Then we know God now. Then we got full of sincere supplications and sincere, long heart to heart, you know what I'm saying? And you be like, oh man, I'm going to bless you because I appreciate that sincere prayer, that communication that you just gave me. Soon as you give them, a little blessing or give them what you want or help them what they want, then they go back to not knowing you. They go back to partying with Satan. They go back to violating you and breaking whatever agreement or promise or whatever that they just made to you when their life was in danger or when their health or their family member was in danger. So that's okay. I don't go where I'm not wanted. And apparently this world really doesn't want the real gods and the real, righteous people. They want to be free from that. They want to be free from people like us. And I want you to be free from people like us. I want you to have your whole land of your free, your whole American dream. I want you to have it and be there and stay there and then leave us alone. Don't try to tether onto us. You know what I'm saying? We won't tether onto you. This is separation time. This is let my people go time. This is choose a side time. Choose a camp, choose a team. Everybody knows, that know anything about me. You know what team I chose. You know what president I voted for every year. You know who my leader, commander in chief, my general is, my president, my king, my Messiah, my Lord and Savior. It's not a ghost. It's not some man that's dead already for 2,000 years. It's a living man, a living Messiah, a living anointed man. You know what I mean? That I'll crash all the way out for on whatever level. So don't bring his name up if you're not ready to do the same. If you're not ready to do the same, and you're not, because you moving, you flipping and flip-flopping and just for a little bag. That's not enough. That bag ain't gonna sustain you. Once things get hot, even I'm talking about verbally. I'm talking about verbally. When these verbal diss records, and once we do these Kendricks and Drakes, you know what I'm saying? That's all we talking about. Yeah. So I don't even waste time with entertaining, no voting, nothing. No voting. I'm talking about presidential elections. Local elections like your city or city council or maybe a mayor or something like that, then I'm with that. I believe in that. Something that you hands on and the people that you're voting for, and you can hold them accountable. You can pull up on them, you can pressure them, whatever. But this president level stuff, nah, absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's worse than Vegas. That's worse than a lottery. You know what I mean? So why we would even get riled up? That's how we worship entertainment. We just worship entertainment. If you can put a big enough production together, a television production or internet production together, where there's cameras and music and microphones and get crowds of people to come for whatever reason, then you got these people, these blind, deaf, and dumb sheeple. So go where you like, do what you like, choose what you like, vote how you like for who you like. We will all not be together. And y'all don't want to be together anyway. That's proven. So that's what it is. Timbo Slice, bro. Reza shouldn't be in cahoots with a backstabber talking tethers. How you think Leo Muhammad may feel? I don't know who you're talking about. You can hop on the live, Timbo Slice. Hop on the live. Let's talk about it, because I don't know what you mean. But that's what I'm here for. If you're here with me and you type comments like that, hop on the live and let's actually look eye to eye and talk about it live, real time. I definitely want to hear more about what you got to say, Timbo Slice. And I'm respectful. I don't cuss people out. I be quiet and listen. So I want to listen to you. I just put the StreamYard link, Digital Soapbox Network link. Just tap that link and it bring you right backstage. And I bring you on right now. So maybe I read something wrong. Maybe I might have read wrong or misunderstood you, but that's even, I'm here for the live, for y'all to hop on the live with me. Anybody that got any questions or comments or want to just add to the discussion, you got some ideas that maybe you didn't hear us cover, but I'm here for it. And, if anybody want to get on go public and use their public influence to talk what I heard them talk yesterday and the day before yesterday or whatever, then that's why I'm here on this public platform talking this, but proving that I'm not dirty and trashy and messy or whatever. I'm still gonna keep it respectable and respectful, and on the square that I've been on for 30-something years already. Daniel Winston, Marcus Garvey had the best ideology. Since then, we've been twisted. You want to talk about it? Anybody want to talk with Brother Cam? Anybody want to actually have a verbal a verbal quick dialogue, a discussion? Marcus Garvey has passed away. You know what I mean? So if you hanging on a dead man's words or examples or teachings, then who today is representing Marcus Garvey and his movement? You know what I mean? Let's talk real reality. Because everybody gonna look for a convenient way, excuse to not do it themselves. If Marcus Garvey was the way, then you should be taking his place. You should be taking his place. You should have been so well studied. If you recognize that you should be the new Marcus Garvey, like Farrakhan was, took Elijah Muhammad's place, right? RB, Rodney O put Two Live Crew together and they got booked in Miami, but they didn't have a good stage show, so Luke joined the group. Yeah, that's what I heard also. Neil Spike. Peace. Can you hear me?
Cam?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up, brother?
Oh man, you got it. What's on your mind?
Man, I'm doing some research. I got a question for you in regards to a word. The word is God, God.
Right.
And I'm looking it up, I'm researching the word. The word comes from the German word Guden, which is Woden, which we would call the father, or Wednesday in the Aryan days, father of
Mhm.
Thor, which is Thor's or Thursday. So
Right.
my thing was, it's the origin in paganism that we
Mhm.
put that the Hebrews acknowledge. Even I don't want to say what the Sunnis, they even say the word God in equalness with Allah or in
Mhm.
equalness with Yahweh. But I never hear none of the brothers give me one word in the African tongue that's equal to Allah or Yahweh. With moon, and us as Black Americans, only reason I'm concerned as Black Americans, we should know at least one word after 400 years of slavery and then being free for some odd year, 100 odd years. We ain't got one word we all can unify from Africa, meaning that divine, supreme spirit.
Why they got to be spirit?
Well, you okay? Spook. I don't want to do the spookism. Word, just word.
So you familiar with the Nation of Islam teaching?
Yeah, briefly, not all. I mean, Allah, the word Allah,
No, but who do we say Allah is?
it came in person of Master Fard Muhammad.
No, before him. Like who
Oh,
do we say Allah is? Period.
the black man, cream of the earth, God of the universe.
Absolutely. So we don't need to come up with no certain word when we'll just say, look in the mirror. The original people of this planet is God.
Yeah. Bottom line, yeah, I know, I get that, Cam. But I'm saying more specific because we do use the word God. So that word is as a people, most of us came out of West Africa as African American people, and we trace that through the what is it called, sickle cell anemia, which only affects that part of the region of generally in the world. So we know we descend from Yoruba, Ashanti, et cetera, et cetera.
But it's still black people, right?
That's my point. So as a collective and doing business across the waters with our particular people directly, we haven't connected that bond since slavery, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's because we lost the knowledge of who we are. Like, so the knowledge of self is the knowledge of God,
Yes, sir.
right? So if we don't know who we are, then we don't know who God is, because God is us.
That's man.
So
Woo! That's like chasing your tail till you get it right.
right. So somebody
Okay.
had to come to remind us. That's what Master Father Muhammad is. He's the the one that regained or gave us the knowledge or revealed the lost hidden knowledge that we hid ourselves. It wasn't that somebody else hid it from us. We are the ones who made this new people to rule in wickedness for 6,000 years, and we had to put ourselves to sleep because our nature would not even allow us to let them rule. We would have got rid of them thousands of years ago. We had to go to sleep in order to let that expression, that germ, that virus fully express itself and fully rule. That's how you mutate. That's how you produce, quantum leaps in immunity. And we had to develop a quantum leap in immunity, a spiritual, mental, moral immunity. So that's why we even produced that weak, recessive, opposite man out of ourselves.
Yeah, the dog spelled backwards.
Yeah.
And we use that word as the supreme. So we got to go through something in order to get somewhere, in other words.
Yeah, that's how creation works. So we
Yes,
was
sir.
taught false ideas. We was taught
Yeah.
false concepts of what God is, how God operates. We thinking he's some formless, omnipresent spirit that was always the same yesterday, today, and forever. That's all false. If you're a Christian and you believe that, then the very first word in the Bible would contradict all of that. The very first word in the Bible is in the beginning. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. So that's already eliminating that false belief that God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Because if he was the same forever, then there would always be a heaven because he was always God. So his environment would always have been heaven.
Yes. Yep.
Right?
That's good. That's real interesting way of putting that. That's right.
Yeah, how could there be a beginning if you was the same yesterday, today, and forever?
Right? Word light. That's it. Yes, sir. And I'm also on the word KAM, which is the root word of chemistry. I'm studying with Sheikh Ansah's Yalt out of Senegal books that chemistry, as we look at it today, Cam, look at this real quick in your mind. You know how Africa, you know how the world globe sits. You got Africa, you got Asia, you got Europe, and you got America. All three of them is on every, almost except this bottom south. All of them is surrounding the continent of Africa.
Right.
Right? You got the Sphinx, which is the cat, the lions, all that with the afros. Then you got the three blind mice on each other. They love Disneyland, love Mickey Mouse. What's up? Are we the cat? Is it a cat and mouse game?
Right, literally, right.
Oh man, and they shot the nose off the space, the breathing kind, the ka, the image, where it wants to come forth and breathe.
Right.
Yes, get heavy.
Campbell.
What up?
What up? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
What's your thoughts, Timbo?
Yeah, I was just, calling in, I put the comment in about Leo Muhammad. What I was trying to say is that Leo Muhammad, he in the UK, right? That's one of y'all brothers.
Yeah.
Right. So if you talking tether, you was somebody who be talking tether this and tether that. Ain't this kind of disrespectful?
Did you hear the definition of tether? It's somebody that undermines the foundation or the descendants of slaves.
But that ain't how he looked at it, bro. Just like he
That ain't how who look at it.
Tariq.
That's exactly. I just talked to him. Every interview
Yes,
I seen for the last 2 days, he's explaining exactly what.
That's what he's saying to you because he think you're a Mac or something, man. He just lying.
You think what?
Because he think he's some type of Mac. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm trying
to that's cool. He can be a Mac, but is what he's saying accurate or not?
Yeah, but look, okay, so it's like mutually exclusive. What he's saying don't make sense if he posted stuff and cracking jokes about people from Haiti, Africa, y'all trying to flee. This, come on, man. He using that tether to like water it down, like, you know what I'm saying? Like piss
he's using the word tether on who?
On anybody that's not in the US. Like any
that's doing what?
That's trying to connect or talk or whatever.
That's kind of connect to what?
They're trying to connect to black people.
No, it's that's trying to connect with benefiting what we want, what we are not been able to benefit from, especially reparations. So his whole thing is reparations, right?
But at the same time, bro, we could go down.
I mean, just answer yes or no. As far as you know, because I'm not a.
As far as I know, his whole thing is a con. That's how.
Is a who?
As far as I can look at it and see.
His whole thing is a who?
It's a con.
Because what's the con?
He's on video saying that he don't believe that black people should get reparations as a monetary payout. He the one said it.
I agree with that. Reparations is useless, worthless American fiat dollars.
But everybody that's on that trail ain't thinking like that.
I don't care how they think, and I know how to think for them. I know what the real value is. Real value is not in worthless pieces of paper with your slave master face on it. Real value is in land.
Oh yeah,
land.
I agree with land is power. No matter what, I believe that because you get the money, and then Rosewood or Black Wall Street happened. Then that's just what it is. I believe
what happened in Rosewood and Black Wall Street.
A massacre. Black people got killed.
So you just scared of white people, period, then, right?
I ain't scared of white people. I'm just telling you from.
Then why you bring that up?
What, Rosewood? Because you brought up money.
And what do money have to do with that?
Money have to do with reparations. That's everything. I mean, what are you talking about?
What do money have to do with Rosewood being burnt down or whatever, massacred or whatever?
Okay, so if you got money and you build up something and then somebody burn it down, they just tell you what. You know what I'm saying?
You just build it again. If you run over an ant hill, you got an ant mound of fire ants or something, and you kick it over and whatever. What they gonna do? They gonna say, "Oh, I'm never gonna build an ant hill again because nigga kicked it down."
Real.
It depends on how
you gonna rebuild.
Like
It don't depend on nothing. They're gonna rebuild no matter what.
if you set aside, you build something on it, they're gonna rebuild no matter what.
They're gonna rebuild no matter what.
Okay, we just agree to disagree.
That's nature. You can't disagree with nature.
They're not gonna just build on that because if I dig it all up and I put cement,
Yeah, if you cover it with cement, yeah, they're just gonna move to where it ain't no cement at. But they're gonna keep building. They're not gonna be scared of somebody keep kicking it down.
So, do you think Tariq is good for the black movement? Like as far as bringing,
Absolutely. Yep, I do. Absolutely. He's not Minister Farrakhan. He's not my leader.
at the end of the day, this is what I feel. I feel that in Africa, just like Malcolm said, that it's a bridge that when we connect, it ain't gonna be nothing that the white man can do from there on. I do believe in that. I believe it's a connection that needs to be made, and it don't need to be a wedge put in between it. And should nobody exploit it. You know what I'm saying?
Cam,
So,
can I ask him a question? Cam?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, brother, what's your name?
Timbo.
Timbo. My name is Kufu. Pleased to meet you, bro. But my question is only this. If the Zulu was oppressed by the Costa people, those what they call the Bushmen, and then they were given some type of reparations, land base or something, and then me as a oppressed over here, I was trying to sign the paper and get it too, and they know I'm not from over there. Wouldn't you agree that I should step back and let them get theirs first?
See, that's another thing with this immigration thing.
Okay.
The immigration thing, when I looked at the chart, I was believing that it was all these black people coming in here. But you looked at it, showed that the biggest immigrants are Europeans. It's more of them that come in anything. Like the blacks are like less than 1%.
Okay.
So it's like this thing that you try to set a wedge between the black people that's here and the black people that's over there that might be trying to get here. You got to show me where they try to get in. I just don't see it where they try to get in on the reparations. Come on.
Go ahead, Cam.
Yeah, I am. I'm muted. So you're aware, like with Harris. I'm not even supposed to be talking about this, but the reparations subject. You know that we've been taking care of the state of Israel since 1948, right?
Oh, hey, look, I probably agree with everything you said on Israel. Go ahead.
No, but that's exactly our situation. That's exactly the descendants of slaves of America's situation. There's other Europeans that was living right next to these Ashkenazi or these Khazar, Jewish, whatever, that don't get that specific benefit. Matter of fact, you can't even become a citizen. You can't even go over there. You know what I mean? So if we've been paying us as the real descendants of slaves, the real chosen people, we ain't ever got nothing, but we still getting taxed. Our tax dollars is going to pay for that reparations for that people, knowing that America knows how to do that. And nobody can argue with them without getting totally canceled and shut down or getting your livelihood took or getting in jail or getting some hate crime, whatever, charged against you or whatever. So if we know that that's the situation, then why won't we, be more sensitive and more proactive about making sure that we get that instead of trying to act like we all together? You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro, but black immigrants. I'll just be honest. I worked with a Haitian dude before. I worked with an African. I mean, I work with more like people that's ethnic, like from Ukraine or Europe. That I see them. It's like it ain't the time to be setting no wedge between us and them. You know what I'm saying? If anything,
Who set the
I
wedge?
feel like
Yeah.
I feel like a big way is 5 permanent seats in that UN Council. I feel like Africa, if they get a permanent seat, that'll be a weapon or tool that we have in our pocket right there. I mean,
You believe in the UN?
oh, I mean, yeah, they
You believe in voting for U.S. elections?
for the U.S. elections.
You believe in voting? You believe in like this campaign voting that for the president?
I believe. I know one thing. and I know this is a fact. I know it was a brother in Missouri. His name was Kevin Anderson, and he just got executed. And I know that the Democrats didn't show out the vote, and that governor got in that was a Republican, and he carried that execution out.
Do you believe in voting?
Huh?
The question was, do you believe in voting for the president?
I believe voting, it really will hurt like people when they get down to a certain level. I believe when they get up there as far as the president and so forth, I believe we got to go through the Senate. This one can block this one. You got
So you don't believe in voting for the presidency.
when they get down to a certain level, like
no, I'm not saying they're getting down. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying the presidency. Do you believe in voting for the presidency level?
I believe that do play a part. I do believe that. Yeah.
And you believe that the UN also is on our side.
Oh,
I believe that you believe the UN is United Nations of our people. Do you know who controls and runs the UN?
Yeah.
It's 5 C-sections of, and each one of them got there through a bloody revolution, and that's the 5 that rule it right there.
So I don't understand that answer. So who runs the UN as far as you know?
The permanent seats are Russia, China, the UK, France, and America.
So are they black people or are they white people?
They're all white people, bro.
So they knew that slavery was legal for the last 400 years. I mean, they knew we was over here being treated like this, right?
Well, Russia, the UN wasn't then, like, it didn't get made to after like the World War II, really, because the League of Nations was the first one then.
So I'm saying that it was a specific race of people that did what they did to us based on our so-called race. So just because they live in Russia, their nature is different than the ones in Spain or in Europe.
Well, Russia wasn't involved in the Berlin Conference.
That's not what I asked you. I was saying, do you believe that their nature is different wherever they at?
I believe it's just like what Elijah Muhammad was telling Martin Luther King. I believe a snake is a snake, either way you look at it.
So why would you be expecting some type of privilege or benefit from the UN or from voting?
So you didn't repeat what I said, that Africa need to get a permanent seat there.
A permanent seat in their house, in their organization?
Yeah.
Why won't they do like Gaddafi did and say, F your house, we're going to build our own house, our own African Union?
Right. That's what I'm saying.
No, that's not what you said. You said we need to sit at their house.
And just to silverback on what Cam was saying about I always say, instead of pig, I say silverback in gorilla remembrance. To silverback on what Cam said, I believe the government, like Minister Farrakhan, I've heard him say before, the presidents are selected before they are elected.
Oh, you're right. I mean, people think when it comes to money, the Senate controls the money. I keep hearing this president Biden better cut the check. I'm like, learn a big thing that black people, you got the ones that said we put us in slavery. I'm like, did you ever read the Mandane Charter? The West Africans outlawed slavery. If you look at it, if you read it, even in the Gambia, they outlawed slavery. We go back all day. Like, we believe whatever they put it, like we you have to watch your brain. If I ask you, did Julius Caesar ever exist, you probably say yeah. And I'm gonna tell you no. I'm gonna tell you Aristotle. I'm gonna tell you that everybody that ruled Europe wasn't born back into the set of man being black. I believe that it was a black man, and his name was Cromwell, that throwed a lot of them black people into slavery. It's just document that says so. You know what I'm saying? He was like a Moor or some shit, but it's a lot of things that we don't understand, and I don't even know if it's time to. You know what I'm saying? We got time to, but I know one thing, that we don't need to be setting no wedge between us and other black people. That's all I'm trying to say.
And by you saying that, okay. Yeah, by you saying that about him though, the Moors, don't you know Tariq Nasheed made videos about blacks being more? I mean, I don't think he's setting wedges.
With him. That's what I'm trying to say.
But I don't think he's setting wedges. I think he's setting precedent, like order. Like, we are these people. We respect you. We all are one. The black nation. But we're in situations politically where we got to make some moves right here and get our stuff. and then we can work together. But you got yours. I can't come over to Ghana. I'm not a citizen unless I get citizenship and just get natural resources. It ain't working like that.
Yeah, Sean Rochester, Dr. Mullen, and two other brothers, they've been working on reparations. They've been working at it religiously, taking data. 85% of the white Americans don't agree with giving us money as a reparation payment. They've been collecting this data. I believe, if anything, we'll take the other black foreigners from other countries out. You need to be like working with them at least. They on that same page, you know what I'm saying? Don't be like, oh, I'm ADOS and I'm this and I'm that. You know what I'm saying? It just, you don't need to do.
Working with us, you're right. Working together, 100% on a respectful level. Because they call us cotton pickers and cotta. Not all of them, but some enough to make a worry in the, like, what's going on there with our people. Like, we get into stuff over here, our people get hurt. When Mandela, we was fighting for them. You remember the Zulus in South Africa? They fight for Americans. But when you see mass protests in Ghana, Nigeria, and all over West Africa fighting for the African Americans. But we always down for the motherland. We always do that over here. You see us on the news protests and everything that's going on. South Africa, we did that for years.
Oh yeah, trust me.
But where was they at when we got our brother? What's the brother George Floyd and all these names back in the day? Did the continent stand up? I don't know. I'm not saying they didn't, but it's not always. And we know who control the news.
I know, and I would like to see going forward. I know it's a lot of what you call puppets, like African leaders. Like this one been in there for 40-some years. Nobody say shit. But I know it's a lot of them that are just as worse as any white man. You know what I'm saying? And I believe the ones that can make a difference, I believe they get executed. You know what I'm saying?
Like Mufasa, the Lion King, got killed by his own brother.
Thomas
and he laughed with the hyenas.
Let me let some of the other brothers speak real quick.
Yes, sir.
Brother Almighty been hanging on, and El Malik Shabazz. Almighty, what's your thoughts, bro?
Yeah, man, I wanted to say like what you were saying about. I happen to agree with the brother that me and my family and people that I know, we've always been about brotherhood with any people from the continent, whether it's here in America or in the UK or anywhere in the world that's being oppressed, is one person too many within our community being oppressed. And those people, those black folks over in the UK, if you go on YouTube, you're going to see they were marching in mass numbers when that incident happened with George Floyd. They were marching in mass numbers. Or you can go on YouTube. There was countries in Africa that were mass people that were marching. And I met a bunch of people. I'm gonna stop at this. When I was over in Turkey for a year, and I met some brothers from Ghana and from Nigeria that embraced me as a brother. And I really think it's a trick of the colonists when they first came into Africa, where they exploited tribal differences. They exaggerated them and they exploited them. And I think that we living in a time where there's a kind of a coming together. The world has gotten smaller. Black folks are going to Ghana, going to Nigeria, going to South Africa, and they're over here. Why? What's the winning strategy behind saying nah? I don't need you around, or I'm not going to try to have solidarity with you. I just don't. I don't understand that. I'm not saying you're saying it, but it doesn't look like a winning strategy to me. Hello? I'm not sure anybody can hear me.
Oh, I hear you. You was talking to Cam though, right?
Yeah, I was just anyone that wants to reply to it is that.
I like what you said about, remember, because I'm the one that said I didn't know if they had any kind of rallies for the George Floyd thing, but like that's one in the many. I mean, like we went through the whole 27 years in prison with Mandela. Every year, Stevie Wonder from my hometown, Detroit, he was on that, every year annually. And all through the year, we was free Mandela, free Mandela. We did the time with him, Black America. We need the
Yeah.
continent to be with us, not on one incident, but we got plenty of plethora of incidents that we've been through and always been down for the whole 70s, 60s movement, conscious movement was about Africa. We need them to be here with us as well. And I do believe in the pan or the unification, of black people. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and the other thing too is that even during the civil rights movement, one of the so we're over here and we're pushing, 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 right, and putting our blood and bodies on the line, right? And the US government was trying to get the African continents to swing in their direction instead of swinging in the communist direction. And those African countries were like, well, hold up. Look how you're treating your citizens over there. And that's why Malcolm was, the CIA was following Malcolm because Malcolm was going over there and saying, yeah, we're catching hell over here in the US. That's why Muhammad Ali was over there. The same thing. So they were placing pressure on the US government to change their position on their citizens over here. So there's always been a connection and unity. And my problem with that foundational Black American movement is these negative, racist. I'm gonna call it what I think it is. It's like when you call someone a tether, right? And these words that you use for them, people that are many of them running from, running from torture, trying to do something for their kids and running over, coming to the United States because in their country there's warfare, there's starvation, some of that. And then you got the others that are coming over here that are doctors, engineers, blah, 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 blah. Here's my last point about that. Why would we subtract when Europeans are adding? Jews weren't white until they became white. Italians weren't white until they became white. Irish weren't white until they became white. So they're constantly adding to their numbers. We got history with just for 400 years, the blink of an eye. We came from the same continent. Why wouldn't we embrace them and say, damn, we living now, we survive, we thriving. Our ancestors would be happy that I see your face and now I'm in communication with you. They tried to change us into damn mules and horses. Why wouldn't we be happy about that and see that as a blessing? I'm trying to understand that.
Let me ask you this, because I know I'm on your same page. I think it's more of we felt let down when we hear them call us these words like a coddle.
You know what I'm gonna say about that, brother? Let me say about that, right? A lot of times let me say this, like a lot of times.
Hold on.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, because I've been trying. I was muted. I didn't realize it because I heard some noise, so I just muted everybody else that was talking. But everybody else want to speak also. So we gotta wrap it up.
Can I get in?
Ty.
Yes, sir.
Yep. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I just wanted. I've been hearing a lot of talk about Africa, or any place, and I want to know about here. I want to know why it's so expensive for black people, and there's all the black neighborhoods in California is taken up by people that is not of black people. And not only that, reparations would help that, and also Arizona, we got Chicago, Detroit, Atlanta. These places, they have many places of rural land they could donate to us, just like they give the Indians. I mean, excuse me, the natives. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, when we talking about reparations, let's really talk about it. Let's not talk about over there Israel, what we've been giving to them for such and such years. What can we do for us now? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Can we touch on that?
yeah,
bro.
that's what we've been touching on, and that's what this has to do with a tether. That's what he's saying. Tether means somebody like Harris that's married to a Khazar, Ashkenazi, so-called Jewish person that's enjoying dual citizenship from our tax dollars that we've been taking care of to the tune of billions and hundreds of billions of dollars since 1946 to 47. So just the
Yeah, so
fact.
it's just like back in the slave days when they had two brothers. One of them was on this side and one was on that side, and so we said, okay, you be a Democrat, you be a Republican, and we gonna just trick them all, and we all win.
Right, but that's what this argument is about. This argument is about what a tether is and how it keeps getting muddy. The water keeps getting muddy and cloudy when it comes to being able to identify and isolate those of us that do those type of reparations that Israel been getting. As soon as it's time to talk about that, here comes all the immigrants, and here comes all this other LBGT C3PO.
Okay.
I haven't seen any immigrants that have their hat out for reparations.
That's not what
We're
let me
counting money
let
that
me
we don't even have. We don't.
Yeah.
I'm for reparations.
let me. So it's
I
not
don't see any immigrants with their hand out asking for it.
It's not about the handout. It's about what's being offered to them by the people that's intentionally not trying to give us what they know they owe us.
Who's offering it to them?
Say that again.
I said, who's offering it? Who's offering reparations to immigrants?
The government. If they offering $200,000 loans, if they offering all kind of stuff that they never gave to us, if they offering that to
that's reparations.
Hold on. If they offering any type of compensatory like aid or whatever, nobody deserves no aid before us. Whatever they have the money and the resources to give anybody coming here that they allow, and it's controversial, so-called immigration or illegal or whatever, we don't have enough for that. But we do, because they've proven it, because they're giving it to somebody else other than us. We got enough for Ukraine. We got enough for Israel. We got enough for Afghanistan. We got enough for Russia. We got enough to fight all these wars. And we got trillions of dollars that they losing in the Pentagon every other year. So that's exactly who's doing it. It's the government that kept us hostage for the last 400 years in the first place.
So I guess my position would be how one, I'm for reparations, so let's start right there. Me and you have we have the same goal. I don't know how I don't know how you get there without being involved in the political power structure, right? I don't know how you impact that.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I totally agree, and that's what I've been saying. Tariq's thing is not. I don't believe that's deep enough, because it's not a political issue. If anything was going to happen politically, it would have happened already. This ain't going to happen politically. This is a biblical. This is a spiritual issue that comes down to the God of justice, a God issue. So if these people clearly was satanic and did us satanic and had us in hell for the last 5 centuries, then it has to be a God of justice that's going to put something on Pharaoh in America to make them let us go and give us, what they know they owe us. It's not going to happen. You're not going to appeal to these people's nature. It's not no type of paperwork or sovereignty or agreement that's going to make them give us nothing. It's not going to happen. That reparations is not going to happen politically, period.
I'm going to say one other thing, be real quiet after this. So the U.S. government is not, I'm not going to say, is not like charitable, right? When it comes to giving, my opinion, when it comes to giving money, let's say to Israel, when it comes to any funds that go to whatever, they doing it because they believe that it's in their interest to do that. When they give money to Egypt and there's a dictator over there, you best believe that, hey, when the U.S. says move, you're going to move in a certain direction. Same thing with Israel. Israel is there, colonizing that area. So it's not about being charitable to them.
Yeah,
the devil gonna be the devil.
That's the enemy, right? So it's not this, but the argument still can be made. It has to start somewhere. So I'm not mad at Tariq for on the level of it's non-spiritual, on a non-spiritual level. If he keep it on a political level, but he's presenting the argument that's making us talk about it, and those of us that know how deep that we got to take it, we can take it from there and take it where it's supposed to go. I can get on there and warn my people.
I do have an issue with that, brother.
Yeah. Well, hey, let me let y'all go ahead and talk. I just want to say peace to the family. Okay.
Peace.
Yeah, what I'm trying to say, bro, is that it's like you don't gotta make a schism to sell what you trying to sell, because it's just like the hip hop.
The schism, what you talking about, Tariq?
Yeah, I'm just saying you ain't got
the schism don't already exist.
I don't see what these immigrants come. Hey, I want that bread. I don't see what
again.
Busting out saying, man, I invented hip hop. It's like, bro, you trying to like, it's like a con artist thing. Like maybe it be the
I'm trying to see who's talking. Hold on, who is this talking?
Huh?
This Malik?
No, this Timbo.
Oh, Timbo. Okay, where you go?
Maybe it's me. I worked at Verizon for like 6 years, tech support. Maybe it's me that know that in Africa, they only 6 countries got a satellite, and they will have to transform because they're on a CDMA. We're on a CDMA. They on a GSM. It will cost them thousands of dollars, US dollars, to have them phone conversations in some of those countries. So I'm like, he making that shit up. And that
I don't know what you're talking about, bro. No disrespect.
Like he'll make like somebody calling from Zimbabwe, bro. Like,
well, I'm talking about the argument. I'm not talking about whatever detail, whatever skits or whatever he's doing. I'm talking about the argument.
That's what I'm saying, bro. He's making a schism that don't even need to be a schism. I don't see what they try to stop us from, or getting in on the reparations. And you got to show me. Then I agree with Tariq. Then I can say,
so you don't see the especially in California, you don't see the argument that, and I'm trying not to talk about politics, you know what I'm saying, because we ain't supposed to talk about that. I'm under instructions, but I see the policies that have been enacted that allows for immigrants or so-called illegal immigrants or migrants or refugees or whatever to get all kind of resources that we have never got. I see that. So you can't tell me what I don't see, because I'm in this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I see them coming up through a Republican Texas border being shipped to Chicago. I see that the Republicans, just an ultra-right conservative Republican, just wrote an immigration bill, and Trump called in to tell them to stop it. So it's you can't sit there and blame one side.
I'm not blaming one side. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Well,
you think I'm with Trump?
I don't. To be honest with you, I don't know what. Sometimes, like with Tariq, we talk. I'm like, man, what's with you with Trump?
You're not talking to Tariq. You're not talking to Tariq, Timbo. You're talking to me.
Well, just say you say you agree with Tariq. Like, so.
I agree with him on that point. We're not even talking about Republican and Democrat. We're talking about both of them put together, right? They both enslaved us, right? Reparations is about repairing us from slavery, whether the Democrats or the Republicans did it, right?
I agree with all that 100%. I'm just my thing. What I'm just trying to put out there, leave it at that, is that I don't think it got to be a schism, bro. I think it'll benefit.
It's already a schism.
I don't think there is a schism, brother. I think that's a creation of social media and the creation of the dude Tariq. When I'm just giving my example, because like you said, you see it and no one can tell you different. I remember going out there into Brooklyn with my best friend is Haitian. I'm going out there with people from Jamaica, from St. Croix, from St. Thomas, people that are Nigerian. They've only greeted me with love.
How are the Nigerians getting business loans and we not?
You tell, brother, listen.
No.
I'm going to change the topic.
Hold on.
You're talking about a schism.
Hold on.
You changing the topic, bro.
Don't, just calm down. Calm down.
I'm calm, bro. I'm not being emotional. I'm just saying you changing the topic on me.
That's not changing the topic. That's exactly the topic, brother. So let me say my piece. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was being quiet, letting you run your whole, argument. So we know that, whether it's Nigerians, especially Nigerians that come over here, you know what I mean, and like they'll tell you, you know what I'm saying. I got homies in the entertainment industry, Godfrey, different people or whatever that they'll tell you what they're taught and what they're briefed about by American, by the media and all that before they even get here. Don't mix with them, you know what I'm saying? Don't do this, don't go over here with them, don't help them. You know what I mean? You can use them, you can extract, just like the whether it's the Arabs, whether it's the Asians or whatever, they're gonna all come from wherever they come from, don't even speak our language, and they get business loans. They get business loans. They get certain grants, they get housing, they get all kind of benefits that we never get. Am I lying?
Brother, let me say this to you about that. I don't believe that they are getting. You have to show me, right? I'm not someone that's going to sit here and say, "Oh, I know that that's what's happening." The same way that someone would say, "Hey, man, black folks don't do what Chinese folks are doing, or what Indian, or what these other folks are doing." And my question to them is, "Well, how do you know? Like, do you live amongst them to know what all these Asians, Koreans, and all these folks are doing?" And here's my other question: when people say, "Well, they're saying this," well, then I say, well, damn, how many people are in the continent of Africa, and who's spoken to all of them? How do we know how they feel unless someone is taking a poll? I'm about receipts and data. I'm not going to say a whole community
So you have the
feels a
receipts
certain
and
way
data?
because 10 people done talk to 10 people and they say that it's so.
Do you have the receipts and data for your argument?
That argument about what?
What you just laid out. You have receipts and data?
No, yes. All I've talked about is my personal experience.
That's
I've never
receipts and
said, no, let me say, all I've talked about is my personal experience. I never said all the Nigerians love us, all the Ghanaians love us. I've only talked about my personal experience. So when someone says these other folks don't like us or they talking down on us, I'm like, who?
I'm saying that. I'm saying that too. I don't know what Tariq's experience is. I know what my experience is, right? So I dealt with my people, and I dealt with 50 states among my people for 30 something years now, right?
Can I ask you a question, brother? I respect you, right?
Well,
let me ask this question of you.
I was actually talking, my brother.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You know what I'm saying?
I apologize.
So yeah, our personal experience is not receipts. We could get on here and talk and give our testimony. You know what I'm saying? I can't prove it. You right here on this live yet. You can't prove what you're talking about right here on this live, but it can give us something to talk about. You know what I'm saying? People in the chat, they can post up certain links and certain articles or whatever based on what we both saying. That's what we're here for. We're here to provoke conversation and actually get a dialogue going. I believe that I'm most certainly can produce and provide the receipts that I'm talking about, but I can't do it right now while I'm on a live with you.
Sure, I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but what I am saying is that if I put it like this, if there are, I'm just going to throw a number out there, right? Mm-hmm. If there are 500 people, let's say from New York, right? That you 500 people, and you encounter 20 that are full of, I'm not going to curse right here, that are full of that just bad people, ignorant, blah, blah, blah. Is it fair that we going to say the 10 represent the whole 500?
Absolutely. If you going by, it depends on where you at. If you all in one spot or whatever, that's how they take polls. That's how they take surveys and censuses. If you take one sample of water of an ocean, that's going to basically tell you the condition of that ocean. Is it
You got to take
contaminated?
enough of a sample. You have to take enough of a sample to say that it represents that. Like
Yeah,
if you're
you
taking
just
the
gave a
ocean,
number. You just gave 20 out of 100, right?
no, out of 500. I said 10 out of 500.
So what percent is that?
I got to pull up a calculator. Hold up.
That's still a huge percent.
I got to see what that percentage is. Hold on 1 second. I don't want to say it's huge. I don't know that it is.
Okay, so if we talking about disease and five, you said how many people? 10 people out of 500 get this certain disease. That's not a problem.
No, I don't believe it is. But let's say it. Okay, let's make the number larger then, right? Because there are, I don't know how many people are
Come
in
on,
Nigeria.
man. What you arguing about?
Well,
Come on, man.
What this brother
Hey,
talking about?
Cam, come on, man. Leave this guy alone, man.
Man,
Come
New
on.
York people, yo, see, that's what I'm talking about. This is the disrespect that I hear.
Just calm down, bro. Come on.
That's the disrespect that I talk about, bro. He don't know me. I don't know him. We trying to have a conversation here, and all of a sudden the ignorance pops up.
Calm down. He's muted.
But you understand? Okay, let me go back to what I was saying, right? What I was saying is that
try
you got
to wrap it up though, if you don't mind.
Yeah, you got a whole continent of people that are over there, right?
Right.
And if I take the position that they are my brothers and sisters, I take the same position that Farrakhan takes, the same position that Brother Farrakhan takes. And I saw him on 60 Minutes.
What's his position on reparations?
No, I'm talking about when he took the position that those are our brothers and sisters over there.
I don't think nobody is denying that. I know I'm not. I'm talking about first things first. If we in an emergency room, you know, the people that's supposed to be taking care of the best and first is the people that's in the worst condition. Anybody else that come in, you think that you need to see the doctor before I do. You know what I mean? Then
we agree on that. We agree on that, brother.
Okay, well then we good. Let me get some other people on. I appreciate you, bro. I don't want to, be wrangling with you.
But if the brother say something disrespectful about me and I'm not here, just let me know.
Say that.
I think of that as a woman. I think of that as feminine.
I understand, bro. All right, peace. Uh-oh. All right. I just unmuted you, so no cussing and no insult, like whatever you know.
Yeah. You know what? It was definitely no disrespect to the brother. Definitely no disrespect. And but I'll sit back and I was just listening to him talking about water, and I seen your point. How long you gonna make your point, Cam? I mean, you can only feed him soup for so long out of a fork. You know what I'm saying? I mean, all right, but the point that I wanted to talk about is I think that us as a generation, me being 47, you being around general age, we dropped the ball. We dropped the ball somewhere around the time from the Million Man March to now.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just feel like it's been a whole generation of lost warriors, and it's not only our fault. It's been a setup. It's definitely been by design. They won. I give them that. Prison won. Death won.
They didn't win, but they.
No. Well. As far as the statistics, we're gonna deal with facts, like you said. As you know. They're winning. Let's not say won. It's not over.
They're not even winning. Like if you know what you're dealing with, in a war, there are casualties. People are going to be lost. That don't mean the war is lost.
True indeed.
How many soldiers get laid down? That don't mean you lost the war.
Okay, point proven. And also, I'm not saying they're winning, and not that they're won. Let me replace my words. They're ahead a little bit right now. But although we got people like you that are back on the bridge, And I know the good minister ain't gonna be here too much longer.
Right.
And it's not gonna be one person that's gonna be able to take up that slack. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna
maybe that's what needs to happen. Maybe he need to be gone and let the thing go like it's supposed to go.
Oh, it's natural. It's gonna be natural. That's what I'm saying. But it's gonna be harsh and all that and whatnot. But let's not even speak on that right now because that's not here today. You know what I'm saying? But today we need to know what we need to do and move forth. And like you were saying, it's a spiritual thing now. It ain't political. It's above and beyond us now. It's above and beyond us. And I'm starting to see movements. I seen some Pyru dudes making their moves out there in LA. I'm seeing the Crips making a move towards their thing. I'm seeing, man, we just got to get on our spirit. They knocked us off our pedestal for a while, but I feel like we can get back, and it's gonna take all of us and all of our spirit.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what this is about. It's a spiritual thing. It's in flesh. It's not some ghost war. It's the spirit that's in human beings. The spirit of
Us, yeah. God lives within us. That's what they don't know. And not only that, Cam, I'm looking at it like, man, it's beyond time. It's beyond time because we live to see black and white TVs. We live to see cell phones now, and it's a reason why we here still. You know what I'm saying? We get to see the whole movement, and maybe we'll get to talk to our grandkids about how terrible it was when these. I thought COVID. I mean, the what was that? I thought that was gonna wipe them out for real. I thought that was the honorable everybody coming back. Like, and then I was like, damn, man, they still alive? Oh shit. Well, I didn't say that, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Salute, Cam. And man, it's a spiritual movement. I'm on your team, man, and let's go.
Man, much love, TY.
Yes, sir. AZ love, man. Hey. Oh boy, 30-year anniversary. And hey, you be talking that peace treaty shit, but that made in America, I slap way more. That motherfucker been
Uh-oh, my bad. I had to censor the cuss words. F-bomb. Can't do the F-bombs, TY.
But yeah, I'm gonna say this, Cam.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that unity it seems like a better weapon than dividing, bro. I mean,
are you Christian, Timbo?
Nah, I mean, I've been baptized, but right now I've been more into like this African spirituality stuff, though.
Right. So unity is not just a broad stroke brush. You know, the reason I say, are you Christian? Because people be saying that about like Jesus and unity and all that. But, you know, I always use the verse that Jesus said, don't believe that I came to bring peace to the earth. I came to bring division. I came to separate the wheat from the weeds, the goat from the sheep, the believers from the disbeliever. So when it comes down to a certain subject of righteousness or God or morals or whatever, like, and identifying who's who and what's what, that's what we're gonna divide at. Because you know, if you got a fake unity or a unity that the glue is weak, it's just going you know, be a catastrophe once you really get into some real heat, and you got to really stick together, and you know, the people that you thought you was united with don't really believe what you believe, so you better off not having them with you, period. Find out who has like minds like you, and find your tribe of like minds. We're gonna be divided, we're gonna be separated, everybody's gonna choose their side. That's not a bad thing.
Right. I wouldn't want everybody to agree with me, you know, in the first place. But I'm gonna stick with what I stick with, just like you stick with what you stick with. I believe everything comes to a light. I believe everything concerning Tariq will come to a light, and it's already starting to fall that way. And I believe he's gonna disappoint a lot of people, and I'll leave it at that.
Man, I'm with you. I agree, man. And like I said, whatever we can come together on, you know, I'm with it. But still, somebody is going to still represent law and order and rank and authority. So if everybody thinks no, it's my way and I'm a man and your way ain't the best way, then we already divided.
Oh yeah, no doubt. True, man.
All right, Big Timbo.
Peace.
Third eye.
Hey man, what I don't understand is how people don't see what you see. You know you seeing funds being allocated to all these different groups, and they overlooking us. Like you said, we were supposed to have got that first. They're supposed to take care of us first. But see, the main thing I think is they know a lot of black folks are starting to wake up. They're starting to walk away from this organization. So they need some new Negroes they can pander to and give funds to, because they all about power. So long as they can get that group to help support them, get them their votes, and get them back, and give them the
Right.
power they need, that's who they gonna cater and pander to.
Yeah, because
And,
they know that they owe us, right? But somebody that looks at America as opportunity, then they'll be happy to be here. We're not happy to be here. You know what I'm saying? So, and they know they owe us, so they have to bring somebody else, some other people in to muddy the waters, that frustrate us, to we can go to at each other's throat, because they're providing them. That's how they always do it. Like crabs in a barrel. Let me just give you some little crumbs and let y'all fight over them crumbs and cancel each other out. Because y'all gonna be fighting for your very survival of y'all children and your families, and then you're gonna feel like these immigrants is over here and they coming and taking our jobs and taking our resources. So they know how to get us fighting amongst each other. They have the resources. They have always had the resources, but like you said, they know that we waking up and they can't control us like that. So, like the big new Brzezinski said, it used to be infinitely easier to control 1 million people than it is to delete 1 million people. But now it's infinitely easier to delete 1 million people than control them, because they can't control us no more. So they gotta delete us. They gotta bring some other people in here for us to clash with.
Yeah, and then they show us, and then they, they always talk about all these migrants, how they're fleeing for turmoil from their country, and they say, when it comes to reparation for us, well, how you guys going to prove that your ancestor was slave? Wait. Okay, y'all want us to prove our ancestor was slave, but these migrants coming over here, they don't have to prove that they're fleeing from turmoil. How we know that they're fleeing from turmoil? This just could be an opportunity that they looking at. They know the border is weak and they can slide on over here, but they not making them show proof that they're fleeing from turmoil. They're just bringing them in here, giving them money, loans, everything they can. But they don't have the same energy when it comes to us, man.
Yeah, that's by design. Like I said, it's deeper than political. This is prophetic. This is prophecy that's being fulfilled. So if all of us that's just staying right there on a political level, we're gonna miss it. It's not gonna work. It won't be successful. You're just gonna be at each other's throat unless we find a common spiritual denominator, common ground spiritually, and identifying exactly who is the descendants of slaves and who is due the help, the emergency treatment first and foremost, then nothing is going to work.
Yeah, man. Yep. All right, bro. Let you slide
Man,
on to your show, man. Appreciate you,
for
bro.
sure. All right, third eye. Peace. Man, I'll be on here for a few more minutes, a couple of more minutes, maybe 10 more minutes. I know that was long, but I'll be trying to be respectful. If I cut you off too fast, then people like you was disrespectful. I let you talk too long, you disrespectful. Like, so I can't win for losing, but I'm trying to learn how to mediate or moderate or whatever, and have people on there, because I don't want them sitting in the backstage, and while we long-winded, the people I'm trying to let talk is long-winded. So I just pop them in, so as a reminder, you know what I mean, wrap it up, get to the point. So I'm learning though. I'm learning, but I'm welcoming y'all to hop on. Here go the StreamYard link, because I know you probably heard a lot of stuff that y'all wanted to comment on or ask questions about. So I personally do agree with the aspect of what Tariq is talking about, as far as what we descendant of slaves are owed in the aspect in the subject of identifying reparations. I don't believe we're going to get no reparations politically, but I do believe that we should be identified. We should get together and at least be identified. You know what I mean? For those that's on that page. So I agree with Tariq in that aspect. Malik Shabazz.
Yeah, assalamu alaikum, brother Cam. My
Alaikum
phone
salam.
dropped. Yeah, my phone dropped. Yeah, I agree with. Thanks for the inviting onto the platform, brother. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Let me express my thoughts, But yeah, I agree with a lot what the brother said, man. But being in the nation, brother, we that's the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad was absolutely adamant about blacks, our people here connecting with our family in Africa, as what he put on the Muhammad Speaks newspaper with the brothers from the USA reaching with their hands to their brothers in Africa and Asia.
Right.
And we grew up on that, brother. So any type of Tariq, I've been checking Tariq for like 13 years. I enjoy the brother. He's entertaining, very intelligent. But 10 years ago, he wasn't talking. But like, when all of a sudden you got this issue with black immigrants,
Right.
this is something that the brother just popped up with maybe in the last 3 or 4 years. So that's game, that's game, because he if you go back, you probably haven't been looking, but if you go back and look at the brother's old videos, man, go there. In fact, he would put up pictures of him going to Africa, vibing with the brothers over there. Now all of a sudden it's switched to.
But how do we know that it's game though? Like, how do we know? Like,
I mean, because
Malcolm used to be a pimp. How do we know that he wasn't still game?
I mean, what I'm saying is that it's not coming. Whatever you felt 35 years ago, brother Cam, you feel like that. I'm talking about as far as when you got knowledge of self and what you believe, that ain't changed. You know what I'm saying?
I'm different. I'm cut different. So nobody that really came in the mosque with me necessarily was moving how I was moving. You know what I mean?
But I'm just saying, like, when I say game, I mean it's like the okay, this what I'm doing right now is entertaining, it's getting views. People kind of like the satire of it. That's what I mean. That's the hustle, because you're getting views.
Is that a hustle, or is that wise to put it in an entertaining way? I'm not saying that he's on a rank or a grade level with us.
Well, brother, the thing is, the devil is wise. He can use some of us where we don't even know we're being used, and some of us are being used and we do know.
God can't do the same,
right? But what I'm saying, my point is that Amr Misl's Farrakhan, come on, he went all through Africa, set up friendship in Africa.
Listen to what I'm saying. So I've been promoting Candace Owens for the past month, right?
Right.
Candace Owens ain't a MGT, but Candace Owens got a platform that's exposing the synagogue, those people more than anybody put together except for the minister. So just because I don't like her personal choices or other stuff, that her positions on other stuff, don't mean that I'm not going to promote that. If I know, just like this is Cam you talking to, right? So if I know I'm the only registered FOY for the last 30 years, but I'm among Cube and Ren and Snoop and all of that, and they not giving me, I'm not talking about them, I'm talking about the enemy is not giving me no platform. They know who I am, but then I got to be wise enough. Okay, let me put my message in their mouth. You know what I mean? I know they ain't signed up for what I signed up for, but am I wise enough to know how to use them to get the message out? They already got the ears and the eyes of millions of people. I don't. I might be the authentic, I'm the authentic, article. I'm the genuine article, but they got the ears and the eyes of the people.
Yeah, I see the science. I see the strategy. You know what I'm saying? That's just kind of a personal feeling on that. I ain't gonna stay on Tariq's head like that. But like I said, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? In our lessons, brother, 4 billion, 400 million. Ain't no division. Like, we do have a unique experience here, but God himself defined that for us. We his choice right here out of all the black people on planet Earth.
Yeah, but
You know what I'm saying?
you saying only part of the story. He
Right.
said that the majority of the people on the planet, ain't gonna make it, including black people, right? So he said he came and left Mecca. He left all of the east of our people to climb a mountain 40 miles high and eat rattlesnakes just to teach one. So there's a chronological order of how this thing's supposed to go, right?
Well, I mean, the God, does what he pleases.
No,
when you
not what he pleased. What did he say he was gonna do?
Well, I mean, I'm going with the lessons that he wrote. He didn't. I mean,
who wrote the lesson? So who answered the lessons?
I'm saying, Master Farad Muhammad wrote lessons.
Who answered the lesson?
The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad answered those lessons.
So what I'm telling you is coming directly out of his mouth after that.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm just speaking in terms of our connection, as far as us here and our connection with our people all over the world. That was always very foremost in the teachings. That's the example of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad in going to Africa and Asia and Japan. Having relationships with our family and Mexico, everywhere. And the minister came right behind that and did it even on a more level. He held Savior's Day 1994 Ghana. That was big. You bringing the brothers back. I mean, that's that's not going to change. There is to me, that God don't want us being divided in no type of way. Allah himself from our family there, because NATO ain't no black countries in NATO. All white people, all white countries. Some of them strong, some of them weak, but they all on the same page. The French man, the German man, the Italian man, yeah, they got their issues, but when it comes to white rule over black, it's all one code. They'll fight amongst each other over the spoils of war, and that.
Right.
But
what happened? What happened to that one group of white people that went through the Holocaust? Didn't they set themselves aside apart from all the rest of them?
I mean, oh man, I could go so hard on that, man.
No,
but,
I mean, we don't got to go all around. It's a straight question. So, out of all of the different type of Europeans and Caucasians, I'm proving the point that based on a specific type of identification or tribe and the suffering of that tribe, or injustice or inhumanities or crimes against humanity that happened to that tribe, look at the result and look at what the scriptures say about that specific tribe. Not everybody.
Right. Well, I mean, that whatever they're saying, I don't want to hurt your channel, brother, but that's all a masquerade.
I'm talking about what the scriptures say.
But that's not talking about them.
No,
that has nothing to do with the Ashkenazi small head.
Brother, listen to me.
Yeah,
that was just an example. I said that because they've taken our birthright. So that example is modern day. That same example applies to us.
Right, exactly. That's right. I mean, yeah, we are unique.
Our own separate. If you look in the back page of the Final Call, it's telling you those of us who descendants of slaves.
Right. There you go.
Right.
That's right.
So that's the
blueprint. That's actually the blueprint, Mommy.
Bro, let me finish though. So
go ahead.
It don't say nothing about joining on with our brothers and sisters in Africa. It's first things first.
Indeed.
Right. But once we do that, then we can reach out. How we gonna reach out?
That's true. That's right.
That's it. That's all I'm saying.
No, 100%. You know what I'm saying? I mean, of course, the foundation. We've been made other than self. So the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said we really can't unite with our family over there.
Exactly. We're not even
being made into Negroes, coons, right? So yeah, I mean, it is first business first right here, right now. I'm in total agreement with that. But I also know that the way my brain has been downloaded, like I don't have, like I was with a Nigerian brother, worked on my car today. You know what I'm saying? And we talked and we chopped it up. He said, "Man, brother, you got a good heart, man." Just by the way I ain't really had no long conversation with him. I mean, he did good business, fixed my car, got my stuff rolling, and did not hit me upside the head for the price. So I mean, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just we downloaded with a certain understanding how we see ourselves, how we see the world, how we see our people. Tariq, that's my little brother, man. Let him do his thing, but I know, man. I know that ain't the plan. Like being divided, mocking each other and clowning each other. No, but I still rock with my brother. He do good work. He shout out the nation. But some of that stuff is I'm not mocking my brothers and African booty scratch. We did that when we was 10 years old. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. I remember that back in the days. We don't play them games now at this late
Well,
age
yeah,
with
I
knowledge.
ain't heard all of that. So
Yeah. I mean, I've listened to the brother. That's why I was like, come on, Tariq, you taking me back when I was 10 years old when we used to clown like African booty scratch. I'm like, oh, come on, all right, bro. Whatever, man. I still love the brother. He that's our brother. That's family. But I know better, man. Like, ain't no disuniting from each other like that. But I understand, we got to represent self. We got to get self together, and that's the foundation. But we don't disconnect from one another because white folks ain't disconnected from each other. Period. They all in accord, including the small hats. Those are Caucasians, man. I don't separate them, and that's one thing I agree with Tariq on. When they try to corner him with the J question, he said, "No, I respected Tariq for that." He said, "No, I don't separate them. All of them are white supremacists. I do not allow them to separate like that." So he just used white supremacy so he don't have to get entangled in their semantics. Now that's clever. That's very clever with Tariq when he was dealing with that, the J question and all of that. Ain't no separating them. They all of them the same. And the more the minister taught us, they are the most supreme among them. They're the most knowledgeable. They got all the scriptures. You got to realize why does Israel get the money? Well, they got the bank in 1914. Of course, they gonna get the money. If you get the bank of all banks, how you gonna not get supported for 70 years over there in that criminal colony? You understand what I'm saying? It's mathematics, brother. So they not getting anything. They maneuvered to get that. You know what I'm saying? They not getting that bread just because they no. But you know this. You know the science. You know the history, brother. But that's all I wanted to say, Muhammad.
man,
I'm gonna take a break, man. It's getting late, man. I gotta handle some business.
all love. You got VIP whenever you see me on.
Yes, sir, Muhammad. Out. Assalamu alaikum.
Y'all want to hop on here with me real fast? We ain't doing nothing but keeping each other company. I like I said, I can be a moderator. I can be a Johnny Cochran. I understand Tariq's position, and I understand my brother's position against Tariq. And I also understand media. A lot of us don't understand media. You don't understand the science of this media. You don't understand the psychology, the behavioral science, the science of programming, the science of emotional manipulation. So I've been in this business, and I had to get a lot of personal egos and all that burnt all the way out of me, all kind of pride, all kind of desire to be known. I had to get that all the way burnt out of me and do exactly what I said. I had to practice with exactly what I just told Brother Malik. I know I'm not going to shine. This beast ain't never going to make me known. So I got to bang this black thing until he take me home. Talking about God. You hear the cry of the small fry when we pray. But we go on anyway. I'm gonna post that up. I got a song called "Can't Break Me" that I'm gonna post up in the link when I post this. But I had to put my whole everything in the trash on the back burner so I could let Cube shine. I can let Snoop, Lynch Mob, whoever else shine, because I already knew the enemy thoroughly already cancel cultured me and whiteballed me way back in 1994. So the message was more important to me, not the messenger, not the person that's going to deliver it. I just need to find who popping right now, who got the ears and the eyes, of the masses right now. That's who I'm gonna get at. So I totally agree with what Tariq is doing, like, what I'm saying, on that subject. Or anything else, I'm not paying attention to that. Just like Candace Owens, anything else she talking about, I'm not paying attention to that. I'm finding out which parts I can use. Like if you eat a fruit, you pick a fruit, You don't eat the stem, you don't eat the seed, you eat the part that applies to you, the part that benefits you. You throw the rest out. You don't eat the bones and of a steak or a chicken or whatever. You throw that out. I know how to. Why y'all think we acting like we gotta take every part of them? No, you take the part that you know is valuable, that you can actually use and digest, and you leave the rest for whoever or whatever else. Whatever their motivation is, that's not my problem. I'm not worried about what their motivation is. I'm seeing how dedicated. If they just want to be famous, they just want to get some bread out the deal. Cool. I know how to use that. I know how to work with that. I know what to do with that. The wise person is going, I don't know if y'all knew about Solomon, the wisdom of Solomon, that he knew how to make devils work for him. That's how wise he was. The open enemy. He knew how to incentivize or, motivate them and inspire them to work for him. They did works that he couldn't do. He knew their nature was wicked and weak and all of that, and he knew how to employ them to do certain works for him that he couldn't do because he was righteous. That's the wisdom. That's the spiritual wisdom that we got to be working with. If we think politics and politics and voting and debating and all that shit, that ain't gonna get nobody nowhere. You better learn how to use people like people been using you. And I don't mean misuse or abuse, but use them, utilize them. They damn sure utilizing and opportunists when it come to you. They damn sure gonna take advantage of your ignorance. So it's a wisdom thing. It's a whole wisdom thing. Cho boy, YouTube in 2024 is more dangerous than the mainstream media. Too many lies being told and uneducated people telling it. The truth rises to the top, though. You know what I mean? The heavens and the earth operate on truth. So once you hear truth, you can't unhear it. So I'm not worried. Just like certain brother, I forgot his name just now that was on here that was worried about Black Wall Street or Rosewood or whatever, getting massacred or bombed by the enemy. Okay. It's just going to have to keep getting bombed by the enemy. We just, what I'm saying? Certain things that if we knew the process of progress, if we knew the process that it takes to actually get free, to get out of the condition that we in, that's why the wise ones don't even speak on it. Wise people don't even speak on it because if they knew if they spoke on it to us, we would quit. We would punk out. What? That's what's required. That's what's gonna happen. Man, I'm out. I'm gonna just enjoy myself. I'm gonna party with Luke and them for the rest of my life because I'm not willing to do that. I'm not willing to do that. Yeah, we know that's why we don't bring it up. We don't bring it up. God will guide us all into certain situations and use us for what he want to use us for. Black Shepherd Records. That's why I don't vote. It's pointless. The Most High is going to deal with it as it was purposed. There's nothing that happens without the Most High not co-signing it. Absolutely. So we just got to be wise enough to know what's a scam and what's a sham. Why would I participate in a sham? Something I know is a scam. I may as well do the lottery. I may as well bet in Vegas. I know it's a scam. Why would I bet on any fight or any game or whatever in Vegas? Why would I play any lottery or whatever when I know it's a scam? I know it's a scam. Why would I do that? That's wasting my money and energy, my family, some food that, money that can go on food, can go on something else, can go on walk, taking my children for a walk or trip to the park. I won't spend it on a lottery ticket. Nah. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you nothing about it just because I'm siding with a particular point that somebody made, whether it's Tariq Nasheed or Candace Owens or whatever, that don't mean I support Trump. Like I don't support neither one, but you support one. You're supporting one. I have to diffuse and exercise you of the one you support. You think one of them is better than the other one. You think just the lesser of two evils, and we had to vote for Biden, and we didn't have to do a mother thing. You are the blind one, not us. You are the problem if you believe in this, not us. History already proved that you are delusional. History already proved it. Not to mention the nature of these people, but the history of their nature and the history of this same horse and pony show, this whole sham. You claim Malcolm X. He done lived and died already saying the same thing, and you think it's going to be different. You think this time is going to be different. This time is different because it's an emotional woman thing now. Now women have been spoiled and spared, and their desires have been gassed up. They've been given certain positions, given certain media, you know what I mean? So now they think this is theirs. This is ours. This is our time. This is it. We are the ones. We are the chosen ones. Like, okay, you chosen, just like Barack Obama, but you were selected. You're chosen, but not by who you think you chosen by. The God that chose you is not the God of righteousness. The God that chose you, that you think chose you to represent this country and this system, this voting system, that's not the God of righteousness. That's the God of this world. You did a deal with somebody else. You are not making war with the beast. You're making deals and making friends and making love with the beast. You're not making war with the beast. So you think that you're going to be integrated and we are as a post-racial this and all that? All right. My duty is to get your blood off of my hands. If I have a platform and any type of little voice and influence, is to get your blood off of my hands, because I'm responsible if I don't deliver this message and constantly remind you, as you're constantly ignoring it and rejecting it and refusing and rebelling it. Okay, that's cool. You won't be able to say that, and nobody won't be able to say that I didn't do my job. You believed that it works. You believed in this system. And I told you you have no right to believe in it and it don't work. So now we just have to wait and see, right? That's all. That's all. I'm just trying to figure out, right? Black Shepherd, salute. Just trying to figure out, it's a season of cutting certain heartstrings from your own people. It don't mean that you don't love them no more, but you see that they chose not to get on the ark. You're on the ark with Noah. You was one of the builders or family members that helped Noah build his ark. You was one of the ones that went decades getting humiliated and getting mocked and scorned and clowned and teased and all of that. And you seen these storm clouds. You knew this was a different type of rain, and you knew this was about the time that that what we building this ark for is actually happening. So now you start having to cut certain umbilical cords, certain heartstrings. You have to cut them now. So this is just as much an exercise for me as it is for y'all. If y'all those that choose to believe in this system, I have to do a good job now of doing something that I never have to do before. Because if we dedicate our life to give our life for our people and wake our people up like we was woke up. But when we see the time, this is a time that we never seen before. This is a season now that we never lived in before. This is the end now. This is the time when the flood actually starts happening, and you got to start girding up your loins and getting your survival supplies and all aboard that's going aboard, all ashore that's going ashore, whatever. That's what season it is right now. Separation. You know what I mean? We should be together, but we're not choosing to be together. We should not be twerking, and we should not be doing strip clubs and rapping about gangsters and killers and dope dealers and shit. It's a lot of stuff we shouldn't be doing, but we don't see it raining. We don't think, nothing's gonna happen to us. It ain't happened yet. You've been preaching the same stuff, Noah, for 150 years. It ain't started raining. It don't even rain in the desert. I done seen 2 and 3 generations, be born and live and die, and it's your rain, your flood still ain't never happened. So I may as well take my chances doing what they did, because I don't believe it's gonna happen in my time either. So you have to let that, okay, touche, touche. I'm living the same way, but I'm just living that way in the ark. I believe that it's safer. I'm better safe than sorry. So I'm gonna live out the rest of my life in this ark. So if it don't never rain, all right, well, some of my people got to live in a penitentiary cell block or whatever the rest of their life. This is cool with me. It's a good deal. I'll take this little ark cell block deal where I would never be able to, enjoy the luxuries or whatever of my peers and all that. Okay, it's all good. That's what I signed up for. I'm with that. I'm with it. You know what I mean? So that's all I'm doing, and trying to keep y'all company, because the poor heard him gladly. The poor, frustrated, burnt out, fed up, you hear me gladly. You glad that I'm saying, the stuff I'm saying, that I'm standing on what I'm standing on. That's like a breath of fresh air. Like, damn, he's suffering with us. He poor with us. He's standing on his business for us, with us. And he got a platform, and I used to listen to him. I respect him, or whatever. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I've been doing it from the beginning, and I'm doing it till the end, God willing. So if I see any little signs and symptoms, like when you're willing to sacrifice this much, not saying I'm just the greatest, Farrakhan is the greatest to me in my lifetime that I've seen. But once you sacrifice that much of your own personal desires, your own personal dreams and life and things that you wanted to do in life to go after your people, then God really do give you a spiritual mental discernment. He really do gift you with spiritual mental discernment. You know what I mean? That you can see the usefulness in people that most of y'all is throwing away. Most of y'all is throwing away, certain people. I don't be throwing them away. I don't just necessarily hang up on, if you disrespectful or whatever, I gotta hang up on you, but I'm gonna listen to you because I see something. I know something is there. I know what's hidden there, but I'm trying to see, am I qualified? Am I at the grade level where I can actually extract that? I can actually get to that, part, that God part of you, and spark it. You know what I'm saying? Go in there and chop that little dirt off that diamond and, just back up. And next thing you know, you kind of glowing and shining like you never, That's what I'm out here for. Yeah, and these they ain't got enough to pay me. They don't have enough money to pay me for what I'm really worth. So my payment is my people. My payment is just the love of my people, and my people don't necessarily they're not necessarily gonna understand me or love me right away. You might not love me while I'm alive. You might not love me just like we didn't love Malcolm X and Muhammad Ali and Martin Luther King. Like we didn't love them while they was here. We left them for dead. We did them the same way that y'all do me. They ain't messing with me. I'm talking about y'all. I'm talking about the major, masses or whatever. The people that really could have helped you, that really had the influence that could have really helped you. They ain't messing with me. But I got the benefit of hindsight and see that I knew that that's how it was going to go. So when I see it going that way, I just be all praises due to Allah. Thank you. I'm in good company. I can tolerate it because I know It's not, it's not just me. I'm not the only one had to go through this. This is the path of immortality. This is the path of greatness. This is the path that proves that I'm not just going to be born and die like everybody else, every little clown before me. I'm not going to sell my soul. I'm not going to sell my anus. I'm not going to sell nothing, my people. I'm not going to sell nobody. So I thank God for the pain. I thank God for the struggle. I thank God for the wounds and the injuries and the illness, all the stuff that we suffer from, that I'm suffering from right now. My family is suffering from right now. I thank God for it. If I can go through it for y'all, for my people, because I know who my people is. Even if they don't. Everybody not going to make it as individuals. All right. I wish we could. Shit, I wish I could. I might not make it. That's why I'm doing as much as I can do until I run into whatever might not make me make it. I'd rather go on record, ride until I run into whatever, that's gonna make me not make it. If it's something that can punk me, let me just get this off. Let me ride and get this off until this shit punks me, until I turn hypocrite or whatever. God forbid. But until then, yeah, I'm just different. I'm just on some different time. Yeah, I'm just on some different stuff. That's all. But man, may Allah be pleased with all of us. May Allah be well pleased. That's all I want to do. Make me well pleasing to you, my God. Make me well pleasing, because that's the only one I got to return to. That's the one that takes my soul at night. When I'm sleeping, by his permission, he returns it to this little skin suit in the morning. So that's who I'm scared of. The one that has the power over my soul. The body is one thing. The body going to the dirt one day anyway. But my real identity is my soul. And that's that secret information. That's that secret knowledge and wisdom and power that I got to respect. I got to submit to. Another man knows my soul better than I do. Another man, can recycle or circulate my soul like cells circulate throughout a body bloodstream. Then that's the being that I want to be well pleased with, or want him to be well pleased with me. Cam, that just means you increase. Think about Job. He was tested. Yeah, exactly. Black Shepherd. Yeah. Oh, I'm getting my Job on. That's for goddamn. That's for sure. But the real ones are. This is Job season. This is Job season. This is Christ, crucifixion, well, actually betrayal season. This is the betrayal season. It ain't even the crucifixion season yet. The betrayal is worse than the crucifixion. Mentally and emotionally, the betrayal is worse than the crucifixion. Because you expect the crucifixion. You expect your enemies to do what your enemies do, but the betrayal, your warm, familiar friend, your loved one, your spouse, your child, your family member. Ooh, that's worse. That's worse. That's worse. That's worse. That's why Jesus doing it. And this is just symbolic language, you know what I'm saying? But that bitter cup right there, that ain't nothing like it. It ain't nothing like it where you got to ask yourself, what was my whole sacrifice for? Like, I gave my whole life for this, for these people, man, and they did me like that. Like, what was it for? And then you have to realize it was for the Most High. It was for the kingdom that dwells in you. Is to unlock your God powers, to unlock your crown, to put the crown of rulership and self-mastery and selflessness on your head, your kingdom. It's not about nobody else. The other people that you love is the test. That's who we gonna be tested with. Do you love them more than me who gave them to you? Ooh, 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 ooh. So that's not political. Ain't no voting or you know what I'm saying, FBA tether, whatever, can't touch this subject. It's the subject of your soul. It's the subject of your relationship with who the hell ever God really is. Y'all want to call it religion. Everybody want to put shit, stuff in some little title about religion, man. I'm my own religion, whatever, man. All right. Let the plane that you get on start hitting some turbulence, and let me see, do you pray to yourself? Let me see, do you cry out to yourself when that plane is going down at that turbulence? Let's see if you hold your own hand. Yeah, all right. You get hit with one of them hot ones. Well, let me see if you're gonna be praying to yourself. Yeah, right. Yeah. You're gonna be calling somebody else. That's not you. Man. But yeah, man, y'all be keeping me company. Y'all be keeping me company. We be keeping each other company. Hopefully, hopefully this is quality company, companionship, brotherhood. Because like I said, we alone, we feel like we alone when we going through this hell and this pain and these trials, these sicknesses and all this stuff we going through. We like, why me, God? Why me? Why me? Why me? Because because you got this far, you was the strongest one out of 500 million or 500 million sperms. That's why you. Because you already crossed a certain finish line. You already became a certain type of champion that's destined to grow into your godhood, your God power while you live, while you still have a physical body to demonstrate it with. You're here to get your God powers back. You're here to be a God, not that supreme one. We can't be the supreme originator, but we are his reproductions. We are the reproductions of the original originator, most high, creator God. So tap into your powers. We're here to tap into our powers, regain our powers, turn the rest of our 90-something% brain back on that been asleep for the last 6,000 or more years. That's what I'm repeating. You're going to hear me saying that over and over and over again. I don't mind saying that every day until you get it. Until you say, man, you know what I mean? I wasn't born just to die and just do what everybody do and then die like it ain't nothing and the world don't miss me and I ain't leave no mark on the world. I ain't have nothing to show. Yeah, it's going to stick. One of these times it's going to stick if it haven't already. You're going to be like, oh, no, I'm not going over there listening to that for that reason. No, that's not really entertainment. It's entertaining, but, I go over there because he's going through what I'm going through. He talking about what I need to be talking about or what I like to talk about. I don't talk about no rap. I can do that. That's fun for the first few minutes and shit. I diss Luke and we'll talk about rap and beefs and all that. When it come down to it, we want real conversation. We want real spiritual, wise counseling about what the hell is the solution for what I'm going through personally. Damn about no politics. I don't give a damn about what the hell Luke and Tariq or whoever is saying. It come down to I need help with what I'm going through. I need wise, righteous, patient words of counsel and support and solutions for what I'm going through. That's what I'm on here for. That's what I don't know what y'all came to see, but that's what you're going to get over here with me. Right? That's what we here for. Man, there's so much. I mean, you know, there's so much. But at the 3-hour mark, I love y'all, and I'm trying to prove it every day. I'm trying to prove it every day. Trying to prove it every day. Talk is cheap. I can say with my mouth I love you, but you know, you're gonna have to be able to check my track record, my body of work, my character, my spirit, my whatever, you know. I'm here for y'all. I'm trying to represent y'all the best way I can. And every day is a blessing that I get a chance to represent us and breathe the same air that y'all breathe and feel the same pains and cry the same tears and suffer the same enemy. And God willing, we're going to laugh and rejoice with the same victory if we stay 10 toes down with righteousness, with being right, whatever God you believe in. Just believe in being right and righteous and natural and doing to others what you would want done to you. Treat others the way you want to be treated. That's the religion. Treat people the way you want to be treated. And on that note, Campaign Trail, Tuesday Night Lies. Love y'all, and I'm outro.